And when you hear these words, you might feel attacked. Just don't take it personally. Or do, I don't give a shit. So I be scrolling through my socials when I'm trying to kill some time, even though I already know what that shit do to my mind. You can always find a story to have you arguing with your girl or with your man. Should a man let his wife do OnlyFans? Some be actors doing skits, dog, they be practicing just to have niggas arguing about the Cheesecake Factory. I couldn't care less, I'm unbothered because I stay in my zone. I've been chillin', I've been solo dolo, coolin' on my own. Tell me what's fame if you broke? I'd rather be rich and be unknown, cause they say fake it till you make it. That's some shit I don't condone, cause they'll do sneaky shit, they'll gaslight then act like nothing wrong. Try to steal your whole style, they've been trying to clone Tyrone. I'm just giving you the real, I ain't trying to break no bones. They say words will never hurt, but the truth worse than sticks and stones. They track us with devices and we all calling them. Do you look at your screen time? That shit probably through the roof. Do you even use your phone, or do your phone be using you? They got you caught up in the trap, they got me caught up in it too. So what you look like lying when I know you know it's true? See you always reaching for it, no one even hits your line. Check them notifications, but you don't even check the time. They treat you how you treat your kids when your kids be crying. They give you a hit of that dopamine and they know you'll be fine. That's why you need to go outside, put in work, you in your prime, stay in your lane and on your grind. Make some flips, get that overtime. Now there's one here for my guys, 44 and 45. Raise your black fist and hold it high. We don't die, we multiply. They wanna conquer, don't divide. Some switch up, that's no surprise. They love of money override, so you a friend or foe of mine. I guess you could say that I'm rapping, but it's more that spoken vibe. Got them open wide, I told no lies. I'm sun-kissed and solarized like Kobe Bryant, the golden child. If you know the vibes. You roll with Cardi or with Offset, you take party side or Meg. Help the brick lady recover, hey, she ain't too proud to beg. Yeah, it's all for your attention, for your time, it's for your bread, it's for your soul. Who gon' run your Facebook account when you dead? Yeah, phone like jean jacket, that's the alien from Nope. It's gon' eat you alive because without it you can't cope. You can't stop looking at it and you can't live off the grid, because IG got your woman and TikTok got your kids. Now your kids got your phone and you think they playing games, but your card info on it and they spending all your change. But who really to blame? Just look at what we became. You wanna go live, you wanna go viral and get your 15, get your fame, just so people know your name, so you'll be critically acclaimed, so you can live out dreams and things without doing something strange. But then you gotta think of ways to get the people to engage. Now use a phone in hand just like a needle in your veins, but you do what you gotta do so they'll monetize your page. Hey, it's black light.
What's going on, Juco? Pulling up black windows, watch it go down. Go down. Go down. Go down. Pulling up black windows, watch it go down. You must be crazy if you think that I'ma slow down. Don't wanna hear it talking shit, fuck the drama. You keep it coming, I'ma send you to your mama. Mr. Whip, quick clip, get the guns out. Dropping bodies in the place till the sun's out. Can't fuck with me, so don't even try. Cause when the bullets fly, I'm the last one to die. Go down. Go down. Go down. Go down. Go down. Pulling up black windows, watch it go down. You must be crazy if you think that I'ma slow down. Don't wanna hear it talking shit, fuck the drama. Keep it coming, I'ma send you to your mama. Go down. 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 Go down.
Rumble, YouTube family, what's good? What's happening? How's everybody doing tonight on this amazing Friday? Beautiful, beautiful Friday. Hopefully, you don't have rain, but if you do, you probably needed it. We all need some rain sometimes, right? Anyway, welcome, y'all. Welcome. Flat Earth Friday. You're here with me today. I am so happy. Your man, Ironwork 92,000 in the foundry, in full effect, live. Live, and it's no job. I'm so happy to be here, y'all. I hate when we miss days. I hate when we miss nights. And I don't like missing out on you guys for the week anytime, especially if it's more than 2 episodes. You know what I'm saying? So I do my best to try and make up and really not miss too much with you guys, because I almost feel as if I do miss something, there might be something in between time that I might be missing and divulging over to you guys. But aside from all that, first order of business before I start kissing everybody's behind, let me greet you the right way, the way I normally do. So, Mr. Warrior, in full effect, how you doing, sir? Warriors in the house, good to see you. One of my day zeros, good to see you, sir. Tarita Cirque, how you doing, ma'am? Tarita Cirque is in the foundry. Welcome, welcome, good to see you. Flat Bob, how you doing, sir? Good to see you, Flat Bob. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you, Warrior, Brian Roy, King Roy. How you doing, sir? Good to see you, sir. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Always a pleasure. Brian Roy. Pebbles. Hey, Pebbles is here and it's early. Wow. I can't believe it. The first time or a second time or a third time for anything, right? Welcome, Pebbles. Good to see you, sis. Welcome, welcome. The next chapter. How you doing, sir? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Always a pleasure. All right. Next chapter, Mr. Wolfchild. How you doing, Wolfchild? Welcome, sir. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Welcome. All right. Who we got? Who else we got? Who else we got? Wolfchild. Skeptic 936. Welcome, sir. Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome. Good to see you, Skeptic 936. Welcome tonight, Jim Anus. Welcome, sir. The big A. Or the big J. Oh, Lord have mercy. Good to see you, Mr. Anus. Good to see you, Jim. Welcome, welcome. Jeez. Man, no matter how I cut it, it's wild. But it's still good to see you. Welcome, Jim Anus. Good to see you, man. Hopefully you've been dropping some good stuff. I haven't gotten any alerts from any of your latest stuff, so I'm going to have to look to see what you dropped. Oh, that reminds me, y'all. Listen, before we even start, if you have a channel, do not wait on me. Go ahead, litter the foundry with your channel information. Make sure you drop your link, throughout tonight's podcast or YouTube cast, whatever. So people can, if they're not familiar or if they're coming in late, you go ahead, just drop your link. You know what I'm saying? Don't wait on me. Go ahead and do what you need to do. It's okay over here to do that. So don't feel as if you're stepping on my toes, because you're not. And again, welcome. Saddle Bum, welcome. Good to see you, sir. Welcome, welcome. Saddle Bum's in the foundry. Welcome, sir. All right. Saddle Bum is here. Mojo Shop, man. It's been a while. Don't matter. It's still good to see you. Mr. Mojo Shop is in the foundry, y'all. Good to see you, Mojo Shop. Hopefully I sound good, y'all. Hopefully I sound good. Hopefully I sound great. And my camera is what it is, man. It's a little bit weird, but whatever, man. We make it work anyway, right? Okay. So them, y'all. Jono Edwards, Macho Man. No pukesters to my left and no pukesters to my right. Good to see you, Jono. Mr. Jono Edwards is in the foundry, y'all. Good to see you, sir. Good to see you. Dr. Bass Ackwards is in the house. Good to see you, sir. Dr. Bass Ackwards, y'all. And again, y'all, listen, don't wait on me. Drop your channel here in the foundry. Make sure everybody got it, okay? Make sure everybody got it. So don't wait on me. Go ahead, do what you need to do. Greg B, good to see you, sir. Welcome to the show tonight. Greg B's here. Haven't seen you in a while, but still, it's good to see you. CYGX, welcome, sir. Good to see you, family. CYGX is in the foundry, y'all. Good to see you, man. CYGX12. There we go. So I can say it right. I ain't messing it all up. All right. In the next chapter, Jono Edwards, Greg B, Joe no. Psyop within a psyop. How you doing, fam? Good to see our brother Psyop within a psyop is here tonight. Good to see you, sir. All right. Rumham Solo. That's a name I don't call out like I used to back in the day, but it's good to see you, man. Rumham is in the foundry, y'all. Welcome, sir. Welcome. Mark Rizzo. Mark Rizzo is here. Welcome, sir. Good to see you tonight, man. All right, all right. We keep moving along. Jimmy Satterfield, how you doing, man? Jimmy Satterfield, that's another one of my day ones. All right, or day zeros. You know, he's been with us since day one. So, welcome, Jimmy Satterfield. Welcome, welcome. Crypt Rick, how you doing, sir? Crypt Rick is here in the foundry with us. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you. Lowry's here. Lowry, what's good, man? Lowry, where you at these days, man? I don't know where you at, where you been at, but still good to see you. Our brother Lowry's here, man. It's good to see you, man. Man, all y'all be making me smile, man. All y'all be making me all happy and shit. But it's always a pleasure, man, seeing the same faces in here and stuff. And sometimes new faces, you know. It's always a pleasure to see you guys. Just as long as you bring those pieces and those blessings and good tidings and everything, man, we should have a nice, decent show without any hangups. But, you know, sometimes it changes up and then you get trolls from time to time. And then, you know, it is what it is, man. But we try to have a nice, peaceful, educative show. Right. But welcome, welcome. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. All right. FE Nation. Good to see you, man. FE Nation's here with us. FE Nation's here in the foundry. Good to see you, family. All right. And I believe that's it. Look at us, man. Look at us. We done made it down this list without any hangups. You know, I talk my little mess a little bit here and there, but still, man, it's good to have you. So, okay. Another thing. You guys know what's been going on these last few weeks as far as the issue when it comes to Mr. Crashes 82. Nice to see you, family. Crashes 82's in the foundry, y'all. Welcome, sir. Welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. So as far as it comes to Mr. Gilberti, Joe Gilberti, you understand that the laws, they've given him 15 years. So it's not over till it's over. You understand? So we're still fighting. We are still fighting to get Mr. Gilberti back with his family where he belongs. Gilberti at hotmail.com. There it is. So right there at Gilberti-4 at hotmail.com. Please send your letters of petition to get this man out of jail. Get this man out of jail because he don't belong there in the first place. We got to fight this system, man. So let's do the right thing. Let's let them know that these numbers that we have on our side, they do not want this man in jail. This man does not belong in jail. Basically, so we can let them understand that we understand the game that these guys are playing. And we're not about it at all. And so we need this man free ASAP. Okay. It still blows my mind how a person could be doing right by people and then he still winds up in jail. I mean, yes, could it be a lot worse? They've tried other things, right, to get him caught up to where he ends up losing his own life. But he's not your average bear, and he seems to be smarter than most. So he understands that this system is full of shit. You understand what I'm saying? So let's make sure we get this man free. Let's make sure we do the right thing. We get this man free. Write the letters. Send it to that email address I sent you right there, right? Gilberti-4 at hotmail.com. Send your letters of petition to get this man out of jail where he does not belong. You understand? Again, I don't know how much more I could stress that somebody doing right by the humans, right? By the human beings, the human race. We've got to do our best by that person. He didn't have to do what he did. He could have taken the bait, could have taken that 500 million. Instead, he decided against it. He decided to do something in our favor. And because of that, now he's paying the price. Bullshit, absolute bullshit. So again, I can't stress enough how much this man does not need to be where he's at. Get him free ASAP. I wasn't even trying to rhyme, but it is what it is, man. Get Joe Gilberti out of jail. So you send your letters of petition to Gilberti-4 at hotmail.com. That way, Christine Gilberti will get that information, and then she will be able to put those pieces of information in the right hands. You understand? And then they'll see that he's got the numbers on his side. He truly does. So doesn't matter. That's my thing, man. These government officials, man, what they think that their money could save them. Money takes care of you to a point, man. If you don't have truth on your side, it's never going to win. It's never going to spell right for you. If you don't have truth on your side, man, that shit ain't never going to win for you. I promise you. So you might as well just do what's right, do the right thing. Make sure that when you doing what it is that you're doing, man, you got truth on your side. You cannot lose that way. You cannot lose. I mean, you could be delayed. I'm not saying you can't be delayed. You can be delayed, but you definitely can't lose, right? We're seeing now what lies can do. We're seeing now as flat earthers, as true earthers, what the lies can do to somebody's mind, how bitter it can make people when you find out that you've been lied to your whole adulthood, your whole life into your adulthood. You've been lied to. We've been lied to, right? And how that pans out for many of us. And now it's gotten us to a place to where we're so bitter at our elected officials. We're so bitter with those that I guess you could say they tried to guide us, but even them, they were led astray, right? They're not part of the system. They're not movers and shakers in the system like that, right? They're only part of the system. They're kind of baked into the system and doing the system's bidding. Hell, that was me too. I'm not outside of this, right? To some degree, I was part of this, definitely, in pushing the bullshit and pushing the globe lie and everything. I'm not going to sit here and act like I wasn't. But we still, though we take responsibility, now that we see what the truth is and we know what the lie is as well, we can be wise as to how we approach things, and we could be wise as to how we divulge the true information, right? And how we handle people, especially those coming up behind us, i.e. our youth, our kids, grandkids, so on and so forth. And I tell you what, man, seeing what's going on today, I'm not a grandparent, not yet. Hopefully, God willing, I will be able to see that age, right, where I'm a grandparent and I get to enjoy my grandkids like many of y'all in here. But what the truth is that seeing what a lot of these folks are doing to our children, like it's a sick mix. Now, maybe, I don't know if it's because I'm older and I'm noticing, or we're older and we just have a better handle of what the media gives us. But seeing these perverts, seeing these pedophiles all over the place, right? I mean, they're everywhere. They are everywhere. And it's almost as if the greater the time gets, the more these pedophiles are exposing themselves. I don't know if it's you noticing or if it's me noticing, or maybe it's always been like that and I just didn't notice. That could be it too. That very well could be it. But I mean, just the exposure of these people. You know, just the other day, I was driving down the road and then I look up at this giant billboard, right? And it showed all these kids that were missing. Like a bunch of kids. I was driving past it too fast, but kids that go missing. And the latest kid that went missing like the day prior. And I'm just like, damn, they got billboards like this stuff like this has been going on for a long time. So it goes between sex trafficking for Lord knows what, like what, human sacrifice? I don't know what you know, whether my stuff gets affected in the algorithm or not, I'm not concerned about. Just as long as I'm putting truths out there, that's it, right? Sex trafficking, human sacrifice, and organ harvesting, right? And so these things have been going on for a while now. And now that it's being put out there in the public, like, damn, we have to see what these people are attached to. And so understanding what we've come into here with the true earth and the flat earth, right? I tell you what, I would not recognize this whole pedophile craziness that is if I wasn't a true earther, if I wasn't a flat earther, if that makes any sense. I don't know if you guys feel the same. I don't know if you guys recognize it the way I do, but I do know that me as a flat earther, as a true earther, that these guys it's like they've appeared. It's almost like they slipped on the ring from Lord of the Rings, and now they've made themselves known to everybody else, which I just find just through the roof crazy. Crazy as hell crazy. But that leads me to this point right here, right? Are the quality of people that we have in office these days. Now, I'm not saying that, you know, office is to be trusted, right? The office of whether it's the president, the governorship, mayor, whatever have you. I feel that all these guys are part of the synagogue of Satan. I feel all of them are going to protect the synagogue of Satan, the Zionists, and all of them. They're always going to protect them. And we're going to talk about that here in a minute as well. But I wanted to show you this. I don't know if you knew about this. So if you do know, great. But if you don't, this is something that I just learned. Check this out here, y'all. I'm going to show y'all this. Hold on. This right here. Look at this. This is crazy. Minnesota Republicans elect a flat earther to the party leadership post. And I'm thinking, oh, this was a while back. It was a little bit back, but look at when this took place. This was this year, y'all. That happened this year. Let me make it bigger just so everybody can see. That happened this year. So let's roll with this story. What's it say? In March, Republicans in Minnesota 7th Congressional District chose Brett Busman. So that's his name. Brett Busman, right? A Brownsville veteran. So he's an Army guy. He is a vet. Isn't that amazing? With a slim political resume to chair the party in the district. Busman ousted longtime 7th District Chair Craig Bishop, a staffer for U.S. Representative Michelle Fischbach, in a contest that far-right activist group Action for Liberty characterized as quote-unquote or quote massive rebuke on the corrupt anti-grassroots. Wow. And anti-liberty tactics CD7 has used to protect rhino politics, meaning Republicans in name only. Wow. Okay. Many of Busman's views have become commonplace in the fringes of the Republican Party, including vaccine skepticism, election denial, January 6th revisionism, and general hostility towards established science. So, okay, I'm going to be real with y'all. As far as this whole January 6th thing, I'll be honest with you, I'm torn between two places. So we did see some craziness go down on January 6th. Did it happen? Yeah, January 6th came and it went, right? Some stuff happened. Now, did it happen the way the mainstream? Here's my thing, and we have to be all the way honest with it, right? Doesn't matter whether I'm black, whether I'm white, whether I'm green, whether I'm Puerto Rican. We have to be honest about January 6th. That's my thing. Were there some elements that are normal civilians that did partake in some craziness? I do believe there are. Was everybody that was there partaking in craziness? I do not believe that. I don't believe that at all, because that would be totally disingenuous of me to say that, okay, the mainstream media is telling the truth about these things, but they're lying about that. No. I wish that's how it worked, right? I wish the mainstream media didn't lie about anything, but we know how these fools get down. So we have to take every bit of news, listen to it. We got to break it down. We got to take it with a grain of salt. January 6th is no different. It's no different. I'm sorry to say. You got a lot of black folks that feel otherwise. I understand. I get it, right? But the truth of the matter is that the mainstream media, just to get an agenda across, right? And just to kind of get a lot of us, right, melanated people in our fields, they'll say something that sounds delicious, that sounds like it's against the opposing party. But even if it sounds like it might work against their favor, doesn't matter. If it's if it's immersed in lies, why would you accept it? That's my thing. Like, I honestly believe that. Now, again, do I feel that some folks partook in that craziness? Yes. But do I also feel that there were feds and there were agents involved that went in there and that guided people and everything else? Yes. Yes, absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely, yes. I mean, you just take a look throughout history. You look at things like 9/11, the latest history, 9/11, the war on terror, everything else like that. The mainstream media backed all those things up, right? And then it just turns out that they lied. January 6th isn't going to be any different. I promise you that. It's not going to be any different. January 6th, in my opinion, I feel it's going to come out that there's information that speaks on the things that we just mentioned right now, right? Anyway, let me not get too deep into that. Let's talk about the other things that they said about Mr. Busman over here. Now, check this out. So, it says many of Busman's views have been commonplace on the fringes of the Republican Party, including vaccine skepticism, right? Election denial. So let's talk about vaccine skepticism. Now, here, us in the True Earth community, what's one thing that we know that these people do? Yes, they lie, right? But they also have an agenda to reduce our population. Now, they don't have to come out and say we're trying to reduce your population, even though they said that they were trying to reduce our population, and that a good bonus, they know that their stuff is working when a particular group of people's population starts being reduced by, what was it, 30%? This isn't me making this up. This is Bill Gates that said it. I'm not going to go get the film. If you want to see it, many of us have seen it a million times over already. Bill Gates goes into Africa. He tries to reduce their population. He's saying, hey, our stuff will work. You'll know it's working if we could reduce, population by around 30%. Totally went over people's head. Nobody really paid attention to it. Problem with that, Bill Gates, is that this stuff is always recorded. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, we know what Bill Gates' getup is. His father's relations to Margaret Sanger, right? His father also being a philanthropist. Not me saying that because you're a philanthropist, you're a liar. That's not what I'm saying at all. But rather, the Gates family, right? Or what I mean by the Gates family, I'm talking about Bill Gates Sr. His dad just passed in 2020. His relations and the commonalities he has between Margaret Sanger, a very well-known freaking eugenist, one of the best known eugenists on the face of this earth, right? Margaret Sanger. And the relationship that Bill Gates' dad has with his mom, with that woman. And what Bill Gates is doing now in Africa and the United States as well. Other places I don't know about, but we definitely know about Africa. We definitely know about the United States. And so what am I saying when I'm mentioning these two places and these things? Bill Gates is one of the biggest proponents of that fucking vaccine. This is not a fucking joke. This is factual. He has been pushing for that thing for quite some time. We have seen him in the past talk about, oh, we need more vaccines, especially here in Africa. We already know that this motherfucker, we already know what his deal is, right? So it's not a secret anymore. But you do have people that will not talk about it. They refuse to talk about it as if it's just going to go away if we don't talk about it. You see these people in here, they sit there talking shit. They're not serious about anything. If they were serious about something, they'd understand that what I'm saying right now, I've mentioned the flat earth, but kind of in passing, but the issues that we face as people, right? Whether you believe it's flat or a globe, all these issues are what we're dealing with as normal, on the ground, day-to-day working people, right? You got kids, I got kids. You get sick, I get sick. I got bills, you got bills. That's it, right? We're trying to make it to next day. We're trying to make it to next week, trying to make it to the next paycheck, so on and so forth. Before I continue, we got Serious Business. How you doing, sir? Good to see you. Good to see you. Serious Business is in the foundry, y'all. Joe King explores the realm. Welcome, sir. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, Lord Racer. Oh, snap. Lord Racer's here, y'all. Everybody duck. Good to see you, family. Flat Earth Outlaw, how you doing? Harmon, good to see you, sir. Welcome, Harmon. Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome, sir. Welcome. Okay, yeah, man. So you're gonna see guys like that constantly in the news, and then they're gonna put by Bill Gates' name philanthropist, feeding Africa, quenching Africa. Meanwhile, what's mixed into that food? Fucking Soylent Green. You know what I'm saying? What's mixed in the water? Fucking asbestos and some other poisons. It's not, listen, of course I'm making things up as far as what he puts in the water, what he puts in the food. But we know this man is not pro-life. He's not trying to let anybody live. And part of that is his push for the fucking vaccine, right? And Bill Gates isn't one to just talk. He's one to take his money and put his money where his mouth is. And as far as we know, his mouth is buying land and reducing the population. And he has a lot of American people believing the same bullshit. This is what makes this whole globe thing so effective, is when people with money have the money to go out and buy media. And they have everybody, good-meaning people, believing the same bullshit that they pay for. They pay to have you believe this nonsense, that there's no more. Look at this world behind me. Look at this flat world behind me. Look at this fucking continent right here of Africa alone. You could have everybody in the United States probably 30 times over, and with enough room to fucking grow all the weed you want, have all the cattle you want, have all the trampolines you want. You know what I'm saying? This continent of Africa right here. And then you've got the rest of the world right behind me right there, right? North America, South America, North America, freaking Asia, Asia Minor, and all that. You know what I'm saying? But Bill Gates is so effective in his damn yellow journalism and everything else. He's got people believing that America is small. He's got people believing that there's no more room in America. Meanwhile, you still have Nebraska. You still have Illinois. You still have Arkansas, and so on and so forth. All these states in the soft middle of the United States that are arable, places that you can live in. But people want to believe something else. People want to make it seem like we're running out of world to live on. That's absolute balderdash. And I don't even use, that's the first time I've used that word all year, balderdash. But anyway, let me shut up. Let me let this guy continue with this news right here. Right? Many of Busman's views have come commonplace, blah, 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 the fringes of the Republic, including vaccine skepticism. And you know that's part of being a true earther. We don't believe in that vaccine bullshit. We know it's cap. And hey, you don't need me to say it. Check out Slay News. It seems like they're the only ones telling the truth these days, is Slay News. Meanwhile, you got freaking Google saying that Slay News is fake news. But we know that vaccine is nothing but trouble. And then it continues. But a reformer view of Busman's social media accounts find that he espoused many outlandish conspiracy theories that go well beyond standard conservative activist fare. What are they talking about? He has posted about the satanic chemtrails in the skies over Minnesota. Now, is he lying? Okay. Is he lying about that? Is it true or is he lying? That's my question. If he was lying, then why the hell did y'all hire him? Not saying that politicians are truthful. I'm not saying anything like that. But if he's so full of shit, if what he's saying is such bullshit, call it out. You need to sit there and keep saying that satanic chemtrails, say that it's not true. Come out and tell the American people that what he said right here is a lie. I dare you. I double dog dare you. For whoever posted this bullshit fucking article, what's this? Christopher Ingraham? Christopher Ingraham. Why don't you come out and fucking say that this right here that he's saying is bullshit? Satanic chemtrails, and you quoted him as saying that. Then come out and say that it's bullshit. Watch what happens. Watch so many people come out and put you in your place. And I'm not talking about physically neither. Let's continue. He has argued that the collapse of the World Trade Center building during 9/11 terror attacks was a result of controlled demolition, and that a cruise missile rather than the American Airlines Flight 77 struck the Pentagon that day. Okay. Challenge him then. then challenge him. You see, this is the thing that drives me crazy about people, man. This is what drives me crazy about people, man. Like, nobody truly understands that we don't have much time here. We really, even if you were to live a long life, or what's considered a long life, let's say 85 years on this earth, that's not a long time. Not as long as we should be living. Just think about that. So you got to consider the amount of time we don't have here, and then the amount of time that you waste. And not only do you waste, but think about it. If you're telling lies, think about how much time that is that you waste when you actually lie to people, when you actually make it your business to lie to people, when you actually make it your business to see it that people don't live their best lives. You know what I'm saying? Think about that for a second. There are people out there that actually they write articles like this, and they call people like that liars. You understand what I'm saying? And so it's just always messed with me. Like, I'm like, yo, who do you work for? Like, anytime I see you, you broke, you ain't got no money, you ain't living the best life, but you feel it's your duty to support evil. It just doesn't click for me. It doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? You live in this shit ass life, and you think that these people are going to throw you some crumbs. They're not even going to, they don't give a fuck about, they really don't give a fuck about you like that. They really don't. They would have a lot more respect for you if you did what was right than spread lies about people or insinuate lies about people. You would get a lot more respect. You understand? I hope that makes sense. But let me shut the hell up and let me continue with what I was reading there, right? And he has argued that the collapse of the World Trade Center during the 9/11 terror attacks was a result of controlled demolition and a cruise missile rather than Flight 7. You damn right. And you want to know something? Challenge him. That's my thing. If what he says is a lie, you need to take this small little blurb that I blued out right here, right? You need to take that small little blurb that I blued out, and then you need to challenge that. You need to make a whole article about that section, right? You need to make a whole article about this section. And you need to make a whole article about these things right here. Make articles about these things. 1, 2, and 3. I challenge you. Make articles about those things, highlighting those 3 things, right? Separate ones. 3 separate ones, these 3 things. Watch what you get. You'll fucking be surprised. You want to know what I've learned? Actually, what I've known, but I got to see real time. So your kids, right? And I'm not saying that kids are great. Kids are amazing. Cool. I get it. But when your kids come to you, they swear that, oh, well, I know the vaccines are good. My teacher told me all about it. I'm kind of upset that I didn't get my vaccine. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, what made you think that this vaccine is good? Well, my teacher said, my teacher said, my teacher said, my teacher said, somebody that they spend the majority of their day with, right? That they spend the majority of their day around. Their teachers. This is what the teachers are teaching in school. You understand? That these vaccines are good, that they all work. This is what they're telling the kids. Meanwhile, we see people fucking dropping like flies, like this. Kids that play sports that are normally active, dropping like flies. I've never seen anything like this in my life. You don't see anything like, you've never seen anything like that ever, because this is novel. This is new. This whole fucking shot vaccine craziness, this is new. At least in my lifetime it is. You know what I'm saying? You've never seen people just drop dead like this, but it's happening. And I feel that there will be more to come here in the very near future. I hope not, but I feel that's what's going to happen, right? But you still and even though it's happening to us and we get to see it real time, your kids are still going to come up to you and they're going to tell you what you know to be false. They're going to swear up and down that you got it all wrong. Your own kids. And you see, this is why we're here. That's another reason, probably one of the bigger reasons as to why we gather on Friday, Tuesday, and then sometimes in between. It's because of these things happening. Your kids coming up to you and telling you bullshit that you've heard. And here's the thing. It's crazy as hell when you hear an adult just spitting garbage like that. Oh, the moon and all the cheese that you could get off the moon, or all the, they're going to put a McDonald's up there, or, the moon got hit with a stick of dynamite, some bullshit like that. It's crazy enough when you hear an adult spitting bullshit like that. But when you hear your own kids saying it and you know what the reality isn't, it hits different. And it just kind of inspires you to be like, you know what? I need to get the truth out there. And look, you're going to get made fun of. This isn't for the weak. This isn't for the soft of heart. You're going to get talked shit to. People are going to tell you that you're crazy. People are going to say that you're dumb. You don't know anything. That's okay. That's fine. They told us the same thing about 9/11. They told us the same thing about the war in Iraq. They told us the same thing about JFK, so on and so forth. We could go on forever. But I challenge this reporter to go out and mention those three things that I brought up. Like, make an article about that, highlight that, print it, right? Put it out there, send it. Make sure everybody can fucking read it, and then you'll see what the rest of the world has to tell you. And you'll see the evidence that people will present to you. But you want to know something? That's too much like right. People these days aren't in the business of truth, man. Truth does not make you money. Truth does not look good. There's an old Haitian proverb. It says, old people's mouth stinks. What it means is this: the wisdom of the old is not going to smell good. It's not going to sound good. It's not going to, none of that. There's nothing that feels good about it. But the thing is that the wisdom of the old and what they've been through, it's still the truth. There's still wisdom in it, right? Doesn't matter what you feel like. Doesn't matter how it makes you feel. It's still the truth. Now that we've started to come into what this world isn't, we're starting to learn the wisdom of the old. And I tell you what, it didn't feel good. It never felt good in the beginning, knowing that this place was flat and not curving. I'm telling you, it blew my mind, right? It did. Because part of me felt like it's true. The other part of me just couldn't believe that I'd been lied to like that. And I'm being honest, right? But when I saw it for what it was, I have to accept the truth. That's called being accountable, holding yourself accountable. You accept the truth and you apply that truth to your everyday life. It's accountability. This is stuff that men deal with, men, right? And yes, I'm going to take it a step further, that those of you that don't want to deal in this truth, you're not a man. Sorry to say, and I'm not sorry to say. It's the truth, though. We've been given all the evidence time and time again. You say, hey, I'll debate. No. There's no more. Listen, you had a 500 plus year head start, 500 plus fucking years. Your lies and your bullshit has caught up to you. Now we're starting to see the bullshit that you've been giving us, and that it's all bullshit. And your time is up. And the problem you have, many of you people that are in the Globe community, you have a hard time admitting the truth. You have a hard time holding yourselves accountable for your lies. And they're not really your lies, but they become your lies when you're given the truth, but you refuse to accept it. Now those lies are your lies. You have inherited those lies. They're yours now. And I'm going to tell you why they're yours. I'm going to continue with the rest of this article, and I'm going to tell you why those lies now belong to you people of the globe. Let's go back to this article right here. Okay, so I would love for him to talk about those things, right? I challenge him. And then it says he has shared multiple videos arguing the moon landings were faked, and more recent, 4 things, right? Were more recent footage of the astronauts aboard the ISS. Lies. Yes, absolutely. This busman, hey, I wish he would have been in New York. I would have voted for him. I don't even vote, but I would have voted for him. He has shared with followers a video entitled 5 Reasons Why I Believe in the Flat Earth, and you should too, as well as numerous other videos claiming that the earth is flat. Busman's elevation to a leadership position is part of a statewide pattern that alarms a longtime Republican activist. The party is allowing itself to be taken over by the fringe, you see, lowering the odds of victory in future statewide elections. So here's the thing. Now they're turning it into a party thing. Let me highlight this for y'all. Matter of fact, let me do one more better solid for y'all right here. What I'm going to do, family, boom, I'm going to give this to y'all. Y'all get to have this too. Take this to all the other flat earth channels. You have them take a look at it. You have them break it down. I'm sure they'd be able to do a better job than I could explaining this. But I figured that it was my duty tonight to go over this stuff right here, right? So it's crazy how he's calling. Let's read that part again. Busman's elevation to a leadership position is a part of a statewide pattern that alarms longtime Republican activists. The party is allowing itself to be taken over by the fringe. So that's what we are, right? The fringe, lowering the odds of victory in future statewide elections. So now they've turned it into a party thing, which I find that's preposterous. And I'll tell you why. There are so many people like me that find the two-party thing absolutely nonsense. Absolute nonsense. We find it to be foolish because you're not going to win with either party. Both those motherfuckers are corrupt. Both of them are run by the synagogue of Satan. Both of them are poisoning the damn water. They're poisoning the air. They're poisoning your food. Both of them want to push. Well, both parties want to push for. Listen, you think there are Republicans that felt good that he got elected as soon as they heard he was a flat earther? Fuck no. I bet you a lot of those motherfuckers was like, oh, hell no, no, no. I don't want him in the goddamn party. I bet you the same as you had a lot of fucking Democrats. But I bet you on the flip side to that, you had a lot of Democrats that were like, holy shit, we've got a flat earther on the Republican side. I wish we had a fucking flat earth on the Democrat side. I could bet you $1 to a donut. You had Democrats like that. So to me, the whole party thing, two fucking broken wings on the same fowl. It doesn't fucking matter. It totally doesn't matter. Two broken wings on the same fucked up foul bird. Doesn't matter. It's useless. Both these parties don't mean us no good. Whatever, man. Anyway, let's go back to that thing, man. So, 5 flat earth, and it says, it's bad for Republicans who want to win, said Michael Broadkorb, a former deputy chair of the Minnesota GOP who has vehemently opposed the party's embrace of Donald Trump and figures like him, going so far as to publicly endorse Kamala Harris last year. This is what happens when party leadership opens the gates of the insane asylum and people come in off the streets and inmates run it. Okay, let's talk about that. Let's talk about this quote right here. This is what happens when party leadership opens the gates of the insane asylum and people come in off the streets and the inmates run it. Okay, cool. Let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk about that. Okay, let's talk about that. So you mean to tell me Retton, oh shit, Retton's in the foundry, y'all. Retton's here. What's happening, bro? Retton, man, where you been at, bro? It's good to see you. RG's in the foundry, y'all. Good to see you, fam. Good to see you. RG's in the foundry. It's flat. Good to see you. It's flat. All right, man. Man, look at that. The wrecking crew is here. It's good to see y'all, man. And of course, you know, Warrior Lord, Racer, Pebbles, Monty. Monty, good to see you, fam. Good to see you too, big dog. Man, it is good to see y'all. It is always a pleasure. So yeah, so you mean to tell me, right, where they make this quote, this is what happens when party leadership opens the gates of the insane asylum and people come in off the streets and the inmates run it. Okay, cool. So you mean to tell me that for years now, no flat earthers have been in office. We didn't have all these wars. We didn't have these 4 buildings get destroyed. That didn't happen. They were globers. I don't remember them being flat earthers. We didn't just have this fucking pandemic a few years ago. Run by who? Was that run by flat earthers? This pandemic and the fucking shot? I don't remember that. I don't remember that. I don't remember this fucking shot being run by a bunch of, if anything, I remember the opposite. I remember flat earthers saying, hell fucking no. I don't want any piece of that. And you want to know something? All to their credit, because now it's turning out that along with so many other things have been lies. But you want to know something? Our numbers are so small, we ain't got it like that. So anytime these motherfuckers, listen, anytime these people want to come out their face and they want to start talking some shit about how, oh, whoop-de-woo, we got all these flat earthers, they're stupid, they don't know nothing. Okay, so globe people know something, but all these lies that we've, Jeffrey Epstein, so what? Those people are flat earthers, right? I'll wait. So Jeffrey Epstein and them must be flat earthers then. That's what you're saying. So all the people that did this poisoning of the water in Flint, Michigan, they must be flat earthers, right? Because that's a whole legislation thing. It's not like the earth did its own fucking thing and then the water turns bad. This is all done by globe earthers. Show me where the flat earthers have caused any of this fucking calamity. Please show me. I'll wait. All of this is done by the same fucking people. That shit that's in the sky, that's actually in the fucking sky, that they've fucking admitted to, that them goddamn chemtrails, the satanic chemtrails, guess what? The same, you guessed it, the goddamn globe earth people. It's the same fucking people. Those people that go out there and rape your kids, guess who they are? The globe earth people. Are you starting to follow where I'm coming from? You see where I'm coming from? So anytime you have a bitch ass motherfucker like Will Duffy come around talking about, I'm here to save the fucking globe earth, and if you really, the final debate, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put some money, golly gee, and we're going to fucking put some money towards, you know, human trafficking and bullshit, blah, 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 lies, and more fucking lies. All of them are fucking globe earthers. All that bullshit, all these faults that you see with the system, they're all globe earthers. This is what I love. This is one of the things I absolutely love about the flat earth. All these people that have done us wrong, all of them, they're all fucking globe earthers. All these people that have poisoned the water, poisoned the air, poisoned the food, poisoned the animals, poisoned the soil, they all want to send a fucking rocket to Mars. They all want to fucking have Elon Musk do A, B, C to Z. They're all the same fucking people. So please, you tell me otherwise what these people are doing. I'll listen, but it's all going to be bullshit. And you know that. You know that. Because everything that I'm saying, every other fucking flat earther understands. Every other flat earther understands that you globe motherfuckers are the ones that have ruined. You've ruined everything. You've ruined everything. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. So you want to talk shit about Donald Trump? Okay, fine, go ahead. Last I checked, he was a fucking globe earther. You want to talk shit about Barack Obama and think you making me hurt because he's black? I don't give a fuck. He's still a globe fucking earther. I don't give two fucks. He still had that shit happen to Gaddafi. So in my book, he's just as bad as Donald Trump. I could give two fucks. That shit doesn't affect me. You think I give a fuck? Really? You're all the fucking same. You're all the same. You've caused all this calamity. And guess how much of it we've caused? None. We haven't done the shit. We don't have your track record. We don't. Right? We haven't been put in a position to have your track record. You've done that. We didn't do that. So you could call me dumb. You can make fun of me till you're blue in the face. Everything I'm saying right now, it's the truth. Believe it or not, it's the truth. Okay, let's continue, shall we? So then it says, leadership has the crazy people running the blah, blah, blah. Okay, and so it says, on the fringes of the fringe, Busman's Facebook post demonstrates a long-standing interest in multiple extreme fringe theories. On May 8th, look at this dick sucker over here. He went ahead and he even gathered the dude's post, and when he posted it, that's cool. He posted a video purporting to show elite footage of our flat earth from its 1977, showing an obviously computer-generated... Okay. dim sun traversing flat, icy terrain. Okay, so you want to talk about an obviously computer generated animation? Really? Really? Let's read that part again. Busman's Facebook posts demonstrate a long standing interest in multiple extreme fringe theories. On May 8th, 2023, he posted a video purporting to show leaked footage of our flat Earth from 1977, showing an obviously computer generated animation of a dim sun traversing flat, icy terrain. Okay, let's say he fucked up. Let's just say he fucked up. Okay, let's just say that this gentleman fucked up. Let's give that to the globe. Who does CGI? Is it flat earth that does CGI? Is it true earth that does CGI? Or is it the globe that does CGI? At every fucking turn, you guys are the king. You guys are the dukes. You guys are the fucking barons of fucking CGI. You can't tell me I'm lying. Please tell me where I'm wrong. We don't, that's the thing. Listen, you don't have to agree. Flat earthers, we don't have the numbers like that. You understand? So all this time, anytime Banjo puts out NASA shills, or not NASA shills, but goddamn NASA bloopers, anytime people put these things out, that's you. That is you. The CGI, the green screen, all that stuff, that's you. That's always you. When Elon Musk put that fucking car into space and all you dumb idiot globers fell for that bullshit, that's you. And as soon as Terry Ike and them tore that shit apart within fucking hours and exposed it for what it was, a goddamn prop inside of a studio room, guess who that was? It wasn't us. We just had the means to tear it apart. That was you. That was you. It wasn't us. And see, so you make these claims of things that you try to put in our lap, that you try to make us responsible for. We don't make CGI shit. That, you see, that we don't have the means to make CGI things. You understand what I'm saying? I hope you understand where I'm coming from. Please, if you don't understand where I'm coming from, like, sit down, have some tea, have some coffee, take a break, and then listen. Okay, flat earthers don't have the numbers and we don't have the resources like the globe does. But you see, this is the problem you come across when you have all that money. Your misuse of information, your misuse of the media, and your inability to tell the truth, all that money, it's not going to pull you out from these lies. You understand? All that money has done is expose even more how fucking silly and how dangerous the globe is. You understand what I'm saying? People will use the globe for so many nefarious purposes. Like you've used the globe for things other than just showing that it's a globe. I hope you understand that. You know what I'm saying? You've used the globe to, of course, hide who we are. And shout out to you. Oh shit, our brother, this is Feed Your Mind. And so our brother Feed Your Mind is in the foundry, y'all. Shout out to Feed Your Mind. We love your stuff, brother. Shout out to you, man. And listen, guys, again, if you have a channel, drop your channel in the chat. Do not wait on me. Drop your channel in the chat so everybody can have some. Please don't wait on me. Drop your channel in the chat. Make sure everybody has some throughout my show tonight. Just keep dropping your shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't wait on me. Make sure you get your numbers up. Don't wait on me. Drop your link within the foundry. 3 Big Buddy Bob, sir, how you doing? Good to see you, sir. 3 Big Buddy Bob, you got the touch, by the way, sir. You could go ahead. You could clean up the Rumble side of things. And shout out to my people that are out there on Rumble. Shout out to my people out there on the Rumble side, the good ones, not the bad ones. You know who you are. And for all you 3 Big Buddy Bob, man, that's good to see you, family. Don't wait on me. Thank you. Yeah, man. And yeah, man, it's good to hear that your brother's home. God bless, and God bless him. And yeah, man, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Shout out to him. Give him our love, please. So it's always a pleasure, man. It's always a pleasure to see y'all in here. And it's always a pleasure. 3 Big Buddy Bob, sir, you have the touch. Start getting rid of those that you need to get rid of. You know who they are. They're in there. Don't wait on me. You do not have to wait on me. No, sir. Go ahead. Do what you do. Work your magic. So, yeah. So you've got these people that are going to go around. They're going to push that bullshit. But let me continue. Hold on. Let's get back to it. Let's go back to this thing right here. Okay. Busman's elevation to a leadership position is part of a statewide. Mention that. Okay. Runs it. Okay. Leaked footage from the flat earth in the flat icy terrain. Okay. A year later, he shared a video stating that a pilot proved that the earth is flat because the sun and the moon were visible in the sky at the same time, a phenomenon which occurs on most days. Okay. And a year later, and then he says on August 14, 2024, he posted 5 reasons why video about flat earth, which asks, among other things, that if the earth is actually spinning, why aren't we all being flung out into space? And so this is probably, you know what? I haven't even read this whole thing, but after that is probably going to be the reasoning as to why those things haven't happened. And then it's going to be the fucking the guy that wrote this article probably talking some shit about how Mr. Busman is stupid, how gravity does everything, and that he needs to fucking get re-educated, that our political system's so flawed and fucked up that we hired a flat earther to do this goddamn job in this position. You know what it is. You know what it is. You know how it is. You know how these liars fucking get down and everything else. But let's continue. Busman has similarly posted multiple videos purporting to prove that the moon landings and other parts of the U.S. space program have been faked. Okay, listen. He's not alone. He's not alone. Like, what's wrong? What's wrong with you people, man? What's wrong with you people? Like, you know, you people have fucking, you guys that write these articles. I seriously feel that you have Stockholm syndrome. You got to have Stockholm syndrome. It don't make no sense to me how you can write these articles. You're not rich. You don't have hoes like that. You don't have females like that pounding on your door. You don't have money like that. You don't. What makes you think that these people give a fuck about you? You think you getting somebody in you're in somebody's favor when you push these lies? Do you really think that you're in somebody's favor when you push these lies? That's what I want to ask you. That's what I'm challenging to know, man. I'm challenging you to educate me on that. Like, tell me, what do you think you're doing for people when you push lies like that? When you talk bad about people like Mr. Busman in this regard, what do you think you're doing? You think if you say that the fucking moon landings happened, that people actually give a fuck about you? Listen, I already know a lot of people don't give a fuck about me. I'm cool with it. You understand? But at the same time, I understand that there's a truth that needs to be said. And part of that truth is telling shit like it is. Them moon landings, they couldn't have happened. We've mentioned all the reasons as to why they couldn't have happened. Now, if it's one thing if NASA is lying to us about the condition of this world, which it is, which we've proven time and time again. We've proven that. We've actually proven it already, right? They've lied to us about those things, and the world operates in such a fashion that it would just blow our minds. Then I could see that, and those other things took place, like the moon landings took place, or the earth is curving somehow. Then if that's the case, then I'd be like, well, this world is just strange. I would accept that. I would gladly accept that this world, I do accept that this world is strange. I accept it. I have no problems accepting that this world doesn't make much sense to me. It just doesn't. I'm honest about my assessment. But if you're going to tell me that this place is flat and it's moving, or excuse me, that it's curved and it's moving, and it's moving in so many different ways, then you're going to have to show that to me. You're going to have to not only have numbers, but you're going to have to show me the evidence that go along with the numbers. You understand? Look, because if I had a $80 phone bill, and I had better yet, how about this? If I had $20 in my bank account, $20 in my bank account, and one of you guys came up to me and said, Vlad, I'm giving you $80 to your bank account. I'll be like, this bank account with $20 in it? You're like, yeah. Then you're like, boom, I sent you $80. I was like, oh, cool, thank you. You know how much money I have in my bank account right now? I'm thinking I got $100, right? Because you just said that you sent me the money. Cool. Now, I go to pay my light bill. My light bill is $100. I think I live at Rockefeller Center, so bear with me. My light bill is $100. I should have, or excuse me, my light bill is $80. How about that? My light bill is $80, just in case we got tax and delivery fee, whatever. $80 light bill. I try to pay my $80 light bill with my $100 bank account. It says the transaction has been declined, insufficient funds. I try it again. It tells me again, hey, man, dude, you ain't got that money. I get an alert on my phone saying, hey, man, somebody's trying to pay this light bill. And meanwhile, you got insufficient funds in your account. And I'm going to be like, God dang, how do I have insufficient funds in my account? It's only an $80 light bill. I got $100 in my account, right? I go to the bank. As soon as I get to the bank to see for myself how much money I got in my account, I look in my account. Guess how much money I fucking got? $20 motherfucking dollars. $20. You know why I got $20 in my account? It's not because somebody stole the money. It's not because there was a fucking leak and as soon as somebody gave me that money, it just slipped away. No. The truth is the motherfucker didn't give me the goddamn money. Didn't give me the fucking $80. Whether he said he was going to do it and he forgot or whatever, the true reason behind me not being able to pay that shit is because I don't have that fucking money in my account. I don't have that $80 plus on top of the $20 to give me a grand total of $100 to make me allowed to pay that goddamn light bill. I don't have it. The globe earth is the same way. You make these claims that the earth is curving. Well, guess what? Basketballs curve, right? You make these claims that this earth is a globe. Guess what? Basketballs are globes. Cantaloupes are globes. Honeydews are globes. You want to know something? With those curves and those defined sizes, you can make calculations based off these defined sizes. You can. I don't make these. Listen. I'm not a rulesologist. I don't make these rules. Okay. I'm not a cantaloupeologist or a basketballologist, but I do know how to make sense of things, and I do know how to make normal analogies, which I feel that many of you are following. But with a basketball, you can make a rate of curvature based off of, I don't know, an 18-inch diameter basketball, right? A basketball with, I don't know, a 9-inch radius, right? And so based off of the size of that basketball, I have a curvature rate. The earth is the same. That's what we're told. Based off of that rate of curve. Listen, I'm going to tell you again for all y'all in the back that don't get it. Okay. And there's some of y'all in the back that don't get it. And that's okay, man, because I'm going to give it to you plain. Based off of that rate of curvature on that basketball, It will drop. It will drop, whether I want it to happen or not. That's just the nature of the basketball. That's just the nature of the orange, the cantaloupe, the honeydew. It don't matter. The earth is supposedly the same way. The only problem is that the earth that you gave us is the $80 that you also said that you gave us. But the reality is the earth that we learned about is that $80 light bill that we couldn't pay. That's the earth we learned about. The reality is we still have fucking $20 in the goddamn account. That's the earth that we live on. A $20 earth, right? Not a $100 fucking earth. Not a $80 fucking earth. So based off of those lies right there, that's a fundamental lie. I want you to understand that is a fundamental lie. Fundamental. That's right out the fucking womb. That's the first thing, one of the first things you start learning. First things you start seeing is the condition of this world. First things they feel they need to teach you is the condition of where it is we live. Let me tell you something, just in case you don't know. I don't know what the percentage of space movies are, right, compared to normal movies, but it seems as if every other movie, or probably every third movie that we get, is a space movie of some sort. And here's what the reality is. You don't think the CIA is deeply entrenched in Hollywood? You better think again. That is like the CIA's stomping ground. You understand? So if you're a mechanic and you love going to AutoZone, you love going to O'Reilly's, that is what the CIA and Hollywood, that's their relationship. The CIA understands how important it is to get into your head before they decide to put a bullet in it because you won't listen, because you won't play their game. The CIA understands how much more effective and how much more useful you are alive than you are dead. This is why they tweak your mind in Hollywood. This is why cartoons are so important to the CIA. This is why things like Disney is like, Disney is like the damn, it's like the Taj Mahal for the CIA. I need you to understand that. And I don't know what, a lot of you, I feel that a lot of us are middle-aged, right? I'm almost there. I'm almost 50 myself. But what was that one thing when we were kids, right? I didn't necessarily have that in me to go do this, but our big thing when I was a kid, one of the biggest things I wanted to do, what was it? Go to Disneyland. Every kid wanted to go to Disneyland. Every kid wanted to go to Disneyland. You don't think the CIA was part of that? You don't find it strange that some of the best studio companies, some of the best movies, some of the best movie makers and stuff like that have been consumed by Disney, ESPN, Marvel? I don't even know if DC is, but it won't surprise me if Hasbro gets eaten up by DC, and Hasbro is the creators of G.I. Joe and Transformers, like two of some of my favorite, that's like my childhood right there, right? But they got Marvel already. And many, your parents, me, right? We grew up Marvel, Spider-Man, Hulk, all that stuff. Disney bought that. They bought that for a reason. And you don't think the CIA don't have, they're not ankle deep in that shit. You better think again, because they understand how effective it is to get to you at as early an age as possible. And they'll do it through cartoons. They'll do it through comic books. They'll do it through any piece of media you could get your little sticky fingers on as a child. They'll do it every fucking time, because that's the best way to do it, instead of putting a gun to your fucking head so they can force you to do it. No, they make you willingly give yourself into something that's an absolute lie. You give into it. Hey, listen, nobody's special. That was me too. I gave into it too. Like I said, man, ain't nobody coming through this thing without fucking being burnt by the globe. right? But it's how we change as adults, or it's how we change once we get that information and all that. Some of us, it may take us some time. It is what it is. Others, you might not get it. And I'm gonna show you a group of people that don't get it, and they're old, and they appear to be very smart people. They appear to be people that we normally would respect, that some of us do respect, right? I'm not going to go to that yet. Let me go ahead and let me finish with this article right here. Okay. Busman has similarly posted, blah, blah, blah. US fake program is faked, and he's not lying. Where is he lying? That's what I want to know. Where is Mr. Bus? You tell me where Mr. Busman is lying, and I'll listen. But you have to be honest. That's the thing, is you can't just say he's lying and don't have no evidence. Don't be saying somebody's, listen, the reason we say NASA's lying is because we have evidence. You understand what I'm saying? We're not just saying NASA's lying and then we walk away. No, we presented the evidence time and time again. It's fucked up. That's what it is. You think we just sat here waiting for NASA to fuck up? No, a lot of us believed in this fucking institution, and we thought that they were bringing us something of value. But it turns out that they're liars, and that they're full of fucking Satanists, and they're full of fucking pedophiles, and they're full of the synagogue of Satan. That is full of fucking Satanists. That is full of fucking pedophiles. You see a fucking trend going on here? I do. As well as a lengthy video claiming that the landings were a hoax based on various false and spurious claims about film footage of them. Yes, because that's true. I almost feel as if this guy is doing a fucking dog whistle to the fucking the liars out there, whether they're in office or what, but the liars with money that they want to call this dude out so he doesn't see another term in office. That's what I feel like this fucking reporter out here is doing, his little dog whistle. But then it goes on. He has repeatedly suggested that a celestial structure called the firmament prevents space travel, which is a common trope among many flat earthers. Okay, so that I will give you. I will give you that he has a claim on the firmament structure, right? Prevent space travel, which I'll tell you what, I believe that as well. But that's the thing. I'm honest in it. I believe that there's a firmament. I believe that. I believe it. Am I sure? Am I positive? I'm not positive. But there's a difference. I believe there's a firmament. I know that the earth is flat. I know it. There's a difference. I believe that there's a firmament, right? Because these other things wouldn't be possible. Or these other things that they claimed are possible, we know they're not possible because they can't go to those places because of that thing that I believe in. I believe in the firmament. But do I truly know it's there? I don't. But I could tell you the earth is flat based on what I've done, what I've seen for over 2 decades of my life. You understand? I done sailed the 7 seas. I did that, right? I was a sailor, United States Navy. I retired. Okay. Was a Navy diver, a Navy deep sea diver. I was on submarines, right? That's what I did for work. Navy deep sea diving. That's what I did for work. Being on a surface ship. It's what I did for work. I flew on an EP3. That's what I did for work. That's what I did. And listen, the thing is, while I was in the Navy, I did not even know it, but I was a flat earther. I functioned my job as if the earth weren't moving and as if the earth weren't curving. That's it, and that's all. That's it. So I don't know what else to tell you. For all you guys that, because I've had people come out and tell me that I've got stolen valor, that means I'm lying, right? So you think that I'm going to come on YouTube where my channel is available to the public and I'm going to make these claims? See, there's a difference. There's a difference between me and you liars out there. I'm making these claims because they're the truth, right? I'm no longer in the military no more, but I was in for 23 years, almost 23 years. And I did things during that time. All those things that I mentioned, that was part of it. And I saw this world in such a fashion. I've been lucky. I'm not trying to brag on how I saw it. That's how I saw it. I was just lucky enough to see it, right? I didn't sit behind a desk and just type away. I didn't do that. I didn't want to do that. So it allowed me to do those things that I mentioned. There are a lot of you guys out there that haven't done anything, that talk a lot. You talk a lot, you have done nothing. And here's the thing, we've given you these experiments to go out and do. There's water everywhere. Yes. Oh, absolutely, Moon Rover. Yes. There are plenty of other Navy guys that know that the earth is flat. Absolutely. Absolutely. There are a lot of Navy people out there that know that this place is flat. And then, you know, there are Navy people out there that will see a flat horizon and then they'll say it's curving. Like, it's true. That's true too. You have a lot of Navy people that will say that the earth is a curve. But then you'll have a lot of Navy people that are hearing of this flat earth. They'll go outside their ship, they will see the horizon, and then they'll be like, I don't see it curving. They will look at their charts in the pilot house. Many of them that are not coxswains, but many of them that are helmsmen, right? That might be in, you know, up in the pilot house, up on the bridge, that'll look at a chart and see where one point is to the next point, and they would expect curvature. You're not going to get it. There are those that run radar, and when you run radar, radar is line of sight. And here's the thing, I'm giving you facts. I'm not making anything here up. These are all factual based. Radar is line of sight. The horizon is way out there, way out there. They say you can't, after 3 miles, you can't see nothing. Whatever, dude. As soon as you get a set of binoculars, man, all that shit is over. Depending on what the atmosphere gives you, all that shit is over. It's a wrap. You're going to see a lot more than what you need to be seeing. That's just how the world is. And I'm not going to be able to listen. I say this time and time again because that's what it is. I'm not going to change a glober's mind. All right. That's not going to happen. For you globers, your job is to go out and see it. I'm not going to force you to understand what this world isn't. You understand? You want to believe that the world is a ball? Let me tell you something. I guarantee you this place is going to think different in the next 2 years. I'm giving it 2 years. Some people go a lot further than that. I'm giving it just 2 years if we're still here. This place is going to be a lot different. It's going to think a lot different, whether you want to believe that or not. And a lot of these things that I'm expressing, it's going to be common knowledge. And people are going to run these experiments over and over and over again. That's what's going to wind up happening. But let's go back to this article over here. Common trope amongst many flat earthers. This is where they discuss the firmament, right? Busman's conspiracy theorizing extends to world events like the 9/11 attacks as well. You already mentioned that. On March 22nd, 2024, he posted a conspiracy video and asked a skeptical follower, have you seen the video of Building 7 collapsing and the cruise missile hit the Pentagon, right? I had a friend involved, excuse me. I had a friend involved in the cleanup of the towers, no plane wreckage. He has also several other videos containing similar sentiments. So, okay. So he's mentioning this. So, okay. So what he's talking about building World Trade Center 7? Like, okay. Talk about World Trade Center 7s then. So World Trade Center 7 decided it wanted to fucking collapse at 5 p.m. on 9/11. Meanwhile, those fucking other 2 towers were destroyed at fucking like 9 a.m. in the morning. And then at 5 p.m., you have this fucking dude, part of the synagogue of Satan, Larry Silverstein, come out and say, hey, let's go ahead and let's pull it. Comes out his own fucking mouth as to what he did and what he said to do it. He says it, they do it, that building fucking collapses as if it was a controlled demolition. as if it was a controlled demolition. So what? So when experts go out and they see it, you as a reporter, you claim to follow what the experts say, but who's the experts that you're listening to? Is it NIST? We already know that NIST is compromised. Who are you listening to? Are you listening to some experts? Or are you listening to some people from NIST that you already know that they're fucking bought and paid for? Who are you listening to? What do you, that's my thing. At the end of the day, are you telling the truth or are you not? Or are you lying? What are you doing? You telling the truth or are you full of shit? And that's the thing, man. Look, there's a scripture in the Bible that says, yo, you're going to be hated for believing me, for believing in me, right? That's what I think Jesus said that along those lines. Listen, this flat earth is no different. And, you know, basically that sums it all up. When you start telling the truth, Marty Shrimp, there we go. Never bring up the videos of the firefighters saying they heard bombs. But it wasn't only the firefighters too, Marty Shrimp. Shout out to you. It was also the civilians that were out there that said, we heard bombs, we heard explosives. So my thing is at the end of the day, who are you going to side with? You're going to side with all the fucking liars that mean you nothing. They're not just you, mean you and your children, because we're on our way out. We're halfway done. Some of us less than that. You understand? We're almost done with this realm, with this world that we live in. And many of us in here, some of us in here understand that we're not to be of this world. We're here, but we don't want to be baked into this shit. A lot of y'all motherfuckers out there pushing these lies. It's because this material of this world is so important to you. So much so you will sell your soul. You will push these lies till hell or high water. You don't care as long as the lie gets out there. But you have a problem with us pushing the truth. You don't find a problem with that? Because I've mentioned other things other than the earth being flat. Have you noticed that at all? Have you noticed that? But here's the thing, is what I've mentioned are other things that were pushed as lies that we see the truth within. 9/11, the other stuff that they mentioned, the vaccine. And listen, I'm not going to be one of these motherfuckers that say, oh, don't say the vaccine on my channel. It'll fuck with the... No, I'm going to say the fucking vaccine on my channel. I'm going to say it until everybody fucking feels they need to say the goddamn vaccine on their channel, because you got to say the fucking thing. You got to say the fucking vaccine, because that's what it is. You got to talk about these fucking pedophiles, because that's what they are. You got to talk about the synagogue of Satan, because that's who they are. You got to. You got to. Look, I can't sit here and tell you what to do or how to do it. You understand? But don't sit here and feel like you can't say or you can't do certain things strictly because YouTube said you can't do it and you can't say it. Listen, you say what the fuck you need to say. You understand? Say what the fuck you need to say, especially if it's rooted in the truth. You say it. That's it. Hey, look, I'm not even getting monetized for this. So to me, I'm like, whatever. It is what it is. Truth is going to be said and people ain't going to like it. And truth is going to be said and people are going to make hit pieces on me. My thing is, you make a hit piece on me, people are going to hear it for what it is. And then they're going to fucking be like, he's not lying. So I caution you, as soon as you put me on the street, you make a hit piece on me, people are going to call you out. And they're going to be like, what the fuck is your problem? It ain't his problem. Sure, he got a big nose. Sure, he didn't shave. All right. Sure, his lips are a little bit ashy. Cool. He's not lying. So who the fuck put this fucking video out there as if this dude was lying? Understand the shit that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So when I call people out and I'm like, yo, a lot of the stuff that they're saying, I mentioned the lies that are within, that are baked inside the stuff that they're saying. I'm not sitting here trying to push no lies. And if I don't know something, I come out straight and I let you know. I don't fucking know. It is what it is. I have no fucking clue. So if you want to go out there and you want to make, and it doesn't end with me either. There are other people out there that get hit pieces made on them, flat earthers. You want to go ahead and make hit pieces on them? Go right ahead. Go right ahead. Push that lie. Push that lie on those flat earthers. Go ahead. I dare you. The more you do it, the better. I dare you. People are going to run to your channel. They're going to listen, and then they're going to call you out. And then you're going to be the target. That shit's going to bounce right off of us. I promise you. Go ahead and fucking do it. But let's go ahead back into this thing, man. I'm not even done with this dude. So let's go ahead back into this. Busman's conspiracy. I had a friend involved. Boom, boom, boom. Reached by the reformer for comment. Busman did not deny that he was an adherent of any of the conspiracy theories that he posted about his public Facebook profile. You can print whatever you want, he said. You can, yeah. He said, I spent 20 plus years in the Army defending that right. But if you do that, there would be no chance of me speaking with you in the future. So the dude didn't give a fuck. He went ahead and printed it, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And I'm sure he won't. But look at this. He spent 20 plus years in the Army. I don't know what he did, right? Don't know what he did. But he did something other than sit at home and talk shit about folks. You understand? He did a lot more than many of us have ever done. You got to understand that. So if you're out there saying that the earth is flat and you come out of an institution like one of the services, right? Or you're a pilot or you're a Russian cosmonaut, somebody might want to listen. You might want to shut the fuck up and you might want to listen. I'm just saying. You don't have to listen to me because whatever. I said my piece. I said what I've done. I've said where I've been. And I've said what I've seen. You don't want to listen to me? That's all on you. You don't have to. There are other people. There are many others out there that are not afraid to tell it like it is. You don't have to listen to me, but what about them? Let's continue. Spent 20 years in the Army. Not going to talk to you in the future. The more moderate wing of the Minnesota Republican Party has been attempting, mostly in vain, to keep people like Busman away from the levers of power. Too fucking late, bitches. Much of the energy propelling Busman and similar candidates comes from the Action for Liberty, right? A far-right group that has made a name for itself mostly by attacking elected Republicans for being insufficiently far-right. Broadcorb argues that the extent of the party's extremism problem became clear in the 2024 when it nominated Alex Jones acolyte Royce, to take on Democratic Senator Amy Klobuchar in the U.S. Senate race, and the Republicans in the 7th Congressional District refused to endorse Fishback, one of the more conservative representatives in the entire U.S. House, for re-election. Fishback, nevertheless, sailed to victory over her primary opponent by nearly 30 percentage points, a sign that the fringe elements taking over the party lack widespread support among GOP voters. So what does that tell you? This is what it tells me coming from my perspective, and I'm being honest, is that we just don't have the numbers. Flat earthers don't have the numbers like that. That's all. Not yet. We ain't got the numbers. We ain't got the numbers. It is what it is. But you give us some time, that'll change. That'll change. Listen, from what these studies have come out and said, so far you've only got 10% of the US population that is flat earthers. They're not talking about South Americans and what they believe. They're not talking about what these nations within the African continent and what they believe. Lord knows what it is, those folks in, Asia Minor, what they believe, what the guys out in Oceania, what they believe, right? What the guys out in China, I don't know what it is like over there. We don't know, right? Those guys are so well freaking blocked off, sealed off. We don't know what the hell is really going on over there. But let's continue. Busman has nothing on his resume that has ever shown that he can organize and win, Broadcorb said. That hurts Republicans statewide. So these guys are more about, you think they're talking about parties, man, But nah, they're just trying to take a strike at this dude. Really, that's what it boils down to, because he knows what this earth is not. He knows. He knows. But you see, listen, it's not just the fact that you got to understand, it's not only because he's a flat earther, because there are things that come with being a true and level earther, right? You don't believe in this globe. That's one. Everybody knows that. You don't believe the moon and the sun are two different fucking, two totally opposite. You don't believe that one is at one distance, one is at another distance. You don't believe that, right? Typically, you don't tend to believe that. You typically tend to think that they're local, that they are of the same size. That many of us don't even believe that it's a physical thing, right? The moon and the sun. We don't know. See, here's the beauty of the flat earth. We don't know what a lot of things are. So when people ask us what the moon is or what the sun is, and we say we don't know, and then you come up with, well, the sun is a ball of gas and the moon is a rock that broke off. No, 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 no. We know what the lie is. See, that's what you don't understand. We know what the lies are. We get that. We don't know what they truly are. That's the difference. Sure, you might have a couple of us say they're projections in the sky and they're bouncing off the firmament, this and that. Sure, sure. Do we truly know? No. And you'll have a lot of us come out and say, we really don't know what they are, but we know what the lie is. We know your lie better than you know your lie, because we have to know your lie. We have to be familiar with your lie, very familiar with your lie. We have to know about this curvature rate of 8 inches per mile squared. We have to know about the fucking rotational speed, the revolutionary speed, the speed that the sun is chasing the goddamn rest of the goddamn galaxy. We have the solar system. We have to know these things, right? So because we're already light years ahead of you guys with your own fucking lie that you guys don't even understand. We know what the depth is that you claim of the radius of this earth. We know what that is. We also know the deepest that we've dug ever in this world. We know these things, right? We know what the perimeter is of the goddamn Antarctic Circle. We know what these things are. We know, like, you ain't pulling no wool over nobody's eyes, man, by thinking that you got us tricked or you got us fooled or some shit like it. Nah. We know what the lies are, man. We're quite familiar with them, and we're tired of it, yes. But at the same time, it goes to show you that we've overstudied simply because we need to understand how deep this lie has gone, how far you guys have gone with your bullshit. And you guys have gone quite far. And you guys have had a 500+ year head start with your bullshit. Understand that. 500+ years. Now it's coming to an end. Now you have the people to the likes of Mr. Busman over here that's got a position of leadership, and a lot of y'all don't like it. You shouldn't like it. I wouldn't like it if I was a liar either, if I was in your position. But ask yourselves, why do you not truly like it? Why do you not like him being in that position, right? What's he going to do? Is he the one that's going to poison? Like, think about that. I want you to think about that. You think he's going to be responsible for poisoning your water? You think he's going to be responsible for poisoning your air, for poisoning your soil, for poisoning the meat, the animals, the produce? You think that's him? You think that's going to be him? Or you think that's going to be people that think like him? Listen, flat earthers are on one every fucking day about the pedophiles, the people that pollute this earth, the people that push these lies. We're on one every fucking day. You gotta understand, we're discussing this very thing every fucking day. Do you think that you elect somebody talking like I do, kind of thinking like I do? Do you think that person is going to look to slip arsenic in your water? That's not them. Those are you. They're you. They're your people of the globe. I don't know what else to tell you, man. Those are your folks. You're the one telling us about this global warming because, cows come out and fart all the time. Well, let me tell you, man, cows have been farting since cows have been cows. You're the one that pushed this thing about how we don't need our fucking appendix anymore. We don't need our pinky toes anymore. We don't need our goddamn not thyroid, your what's that shit? Your tonsils. You don't need your tonsils anymore. That's y'all. You guys push those lies. That's you guys that lie about these things. We don't lie about that. We're not trying to get anybody sick. We're not trying to get anybody to lose their life. We're not trying to get anybody to lose their kids. We don't get people put in a position so they could get kidnapped and then they get emptied out because you guys want to fucking go ahead and steal people's organs. That's what you do. You do those things. I want you to understand, and I'm going to call you globers out. That is you. You steal people's organs. You do. You're the pedophiles. You're the one that raped the kids. That's y'all. You're the one that touch and grope little children. That's you, and lie about it. That's y'all. You don't think that dude that got caught out there that was in fucking the US and then they extradited his ass back to Israel, they got rid of him and said, yo, you can't touch him. You think he's a fucking flat earther? No, he's a globe earther like a motherfucker. That dude that's part of the synagogue of Satan got caught out there being a pedophile. He's a fucking glober. That's you. Those are your people. Welcome. Welcome to the fucking globe. That's how y'all operate. That's what you do. And I mean, if it was different, then I'd be like, yeah, it's called accountability. So I would suggest y'all be accountable for your shit and stop going and acting like Will Duffy and saying, oh, we're going to go ahead and we're going to push for this and we're going to push for that. You can't be of the globe and push for being against human trafficking. It doesn't, you can't do that. It's like saying you're going to drink some poison water and you're going to survive. It doesn't work like that. You can't have both. You could drink the water. It's just going to kill you. Right? You can't have both, man. You can't do that. So what Will Duffy's proposing with the final debate, that's disingenuous. And I know that's disingenuous. All this information is coming from a liar. He has lied during that fucking experiment. You guys have lied since day one. So you mean to tell me since you guys have lied from day one to this point, now you're going to be honest? Now you're going to tell the truth? Now you're going to do something righteous? No, you were never about doing anything righteous. And a lot of y'all fell into that bullshit, got mixed in with his nonsense when he started saying he was a pastor. And for those, I'm going to go as far as to say, for those of you globers that are also Christians, you're idiots. You're stupid. You're stupid. Because first of all, I know you can't read your scriptures. I know good and damn well you did not read your scriptures. 1. 2, this Duffy dude doesn't even know. He knows the scriptures now. But when I challenged him on my channel, he didn't know he didn't know anything about the fucking Bible. And here's the thing. I'm not a Christian. Okay, I'm not a Christian, but I know a lot more, or I knew at that point a lot more about the scriptures than he ever could. And I'm not even that. You had other people on the panel. You had Saab, you had Buttered Biscuits. They tore his ass up. He didn't know his ass from his elbow. He didn't know. He definitely didn't know the Bible. He didn't know the scriptures. And how are you going to call yourself a pastor, right? I'm pastor. You just got this title, but for what? You don't know what the fuck. It's like saying I'm a goddamn carpenter. I don't know what to do with a fucking saw. What kind of bullshit is that? I'm a doctor. I don't know what to fucking do with a stethoscope. I'm a nutritionist, but I don't know what vitamin C does to the body. That's bullshit. That's Will Duffy. Will Duffy, I'm a pastor, but I don't know what fucking Genesis says of the goddamn firmament. If you're a fucking tradesman, you need to, of a specific trade, you need to understand your tools. That man does not know his fucking tools. He does not know his fucking scriptures at all. So he might have gotten brought up to speed now, but if you're a pastor, that requires years of research, years of time spent behind the book, probably doing a mission, probably doing this, probably doing that. Pastor Dean Odell, That dude knows his Bible inside out. Not saying that you're a good person or the best person, right? And I'm not saying Pastor Dean Odell's a bad person. Not saying that, but he obviously knows his scripture, right? Knows that thing like the back of his hand. But Will Duffy, no. Will Duffy is Will Duffy. He is not Pastor Duffy. He had us fucking fooled into thinking he was. Roger Ledwell went to his fucking ministry one Sunday morning. Motherfucker wasn't, he was there with like 4 or 5 people. Motherfucker wasn't doing no church. He wasn't doing no church at fuck on a Sunday. Fucking Roger Ledwell went out there to check him out and to check his ministry out and teach them the flat earth. Will Duffy didn't have a fucking ministry going on that Sunday. So we call you liars out at every fucking turn. That's the thing. When you lie once, you just keep lying, man. Don't listen, man. Don't feel bad because I've lied before. I ain't perfect. I'm not claiming to be fucking perfect. But when you lie about something like that, that's fundamental. And you keep pushing that lie, and you know what the truth is. That's all I can do is just shake my head right now. And let me stop shaking my head. Let's continue with this article, man. Let's continue with this article. Let's keep cooking with this. That hurts Republicans statewide. A Republican victory in a statewide race, for instance, will require running up the margins in reliably conservative places like the 7th District. Busman's inexperience and fringe beliefs make that much harder to do. Those views shut down conversations and alienate people inside the party, Broadbork said. Really? Okay. Well, good. Good. I don't want you. Listen, I wouldn't want to be part of no party that thinks that we fucking landed on the moon, because chances are here's my thing. I've noticed one thing with people. If you think we landed on the moon, you definitely believe in the vaccine, which means you think that terrorists did 9/11 or of the Middle Eastern type did 9/11. You believe that the synagogue of Satan is right in killing those goddamn Palestinians. Like there's a trend that many of you tend to follow. So if you follow that moon landing shit, if you believe in that, you tend to follow those other things. So automatically off the top, I don't fuck with you. You know what I mean? I do not fuck with you because I know what the fuck you about. You're the type to say that fucking a man could be a girl and a girl could be a man. That's the type of motherfucker that you are. And whether you believe that or not, you're going to say that because you want to win favor with everybody else. You want to be baked into this earth. You want to be of the earth. So you're going to push lies like that. Every lie that's an available lie, you will push. Busman and his ilk will also likely alienate more moderate independent voters in the suburbs and exurbs, so outside the suburbs, which Republicans need if they are ever to overcome the Democratic Farmer Labor Party's numerical advantage, evidenced by GOP's 2-decade-long losing streak. Busman, for his part, is critical of people who don't do their own research. That's the difference. That's the difference. Who don't do their own research and endorse the same conspiracy theories as he does. A meme he posted on his Facebook profile in August 2024 argues that never before in history have we had more access to facts, and never before have we had so much stupidity. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? So here's the thing. We're called stupid because we're calling the earth as it is. You know that. We're called stupid because we don't believe in the moon, and not even because we know we couldn't have gone to the moon. We know that that's bullshit. We're called stupid for that. You know that? We're called dumb for that. We're called stupid because 9/11 that they said happened the way it did, we're not buying it. Because we feel that they were part of something different, right? Based off of the evidences that we have. So for that, we're called stupid. Because they get caught in lies, we're called stupid. Over and over again, they call us stupid. Here's the thing. Didn't you notice when 9/11 first happened, when you said the things that I'm saying right now that Busman said here in that article? People called you stupid. The majority of people called you stupid. Now that we're here 25, 24 years later, people aren't really calling you stupid as much for 9/11. People aren't calling you stupid as much, not nearly as much for the fucking moon landing. You don't think the same thing's going to happen for the fucking shot? You already have people that regret taking the shot because their lives physically have drastically changed. But we're stupid. We warned you idiots. You know that? We warned you idiots to not get that fucking shot. But you wanted to be cool like everybody else. You wanted to look like you wanted to, go out there and show off and have your little band-aid on your arm that says Pfizer on it or whatever, and have your little mask on like your shinobi on fucking Facebook, giving everybody a peace sign. Hey, y'all, I did the most idiotic thing in the fucking world. Look at my arm. Look at this fucking band-aid that says Pfizer. I'm a total dickhead. Look at me. Dumb 2021. Idiot 2022. That's who you are. Taking that shot, taking part A and part B. You take part A poison, and then you take the part B poison. And then motherfuckers that knew better sat back and watched your ass. Watched you get fucking myocarditis. Watched you start getting blood clot in your goddamn feet. But we're stupid, right? But we're dumb. We're the idiots, right? We told you not to take the fucking thing. You had one motherfucking black dude in his goddamn neighborhood call out that fucking idiot they call goddamn Fauci, that goddamn liar, along with the goddamn mayor of fucking DC. Call both of those motherfuckers out for their bullshit and their treachery and their lies. And then they tried to fucking make him a marked man. Well, you know what? People are looking at that motherfucker like he's a goddamn hero these days. But no. I bet there were a lot of you idiots out there that fucking sat there and were like, oh no, he's an idiot. We're not like him. We're not like him. Nah. Don't listen to him. He's a fool. Yeah. No. I'm gonna go there. So you motherfuckers totally forgot about blunts for jabs. Y'all remember that? No, y'all don't remember that? No? Blunts for jabs? Out there in fucking weed for jabs, herb for jabs, a fucking dime sack for jabs. You think motherfuckers got anything good for you if they're gonna offer you free herb to get a fucking shot? Really? They're not going to tell you fucking, those motherfuckers couldn't say it. I could see if they said, hey, we will pay for your fucking expenses, your bills for the next year if you take this jab. I could see if a lot of y'all motherfuckers took it. But no, for a dime bag, you're going to fucking get the jab. For a blunt, you're going to get the jab. And it's probably a bunch of fucking trash weed anyway. And it's probably a weed with a bunch of seeds in it and a bunch of goddamn stems that they fucking gave you to smoke. Like a bunch of idiots, you smoked it and wound up with the worst fucking headache of your life. But we're stupid. Prostitutes for jabs. Y'all didn't hear about that? Out there in the fucking Netherlands, for you to get a fucking prostitute for free, you got to take this jab first. Hoes for jabs. You don't remember that? Donuts for jabs. You don't remember that? Orange juice for we could go on and on and on and on for everything for fucking jabs. But you dumb fucking idiots out there figured, oh, but we're dumb. We're dumb because we didn't get the prostitute, the donut, the weed, the hamburger, right? The free shake. We didn't get the fucking little Pfizer band-aid and our little shinobi mask out there piecing everybody up on fucking Facebook and Instagram and shit. Showing everybody how cool we are because we got the fucking shot and now we're fucked for life. Yeah, but we're stupid, right? Fuck out of here, you dumb motherfuckers. And I'm not talking about people in the foundry either. I ain't talking about y'all. For those of y'all that pushed that shit on us, that told us that we were going to kill our grandparents and everything else, shame on you motherfuckers. Shame on you motherfuckers. And I'm never going to let you live that fucking thing down either. I'm never going to let you motherfuckers live that shit down. And neither should you. For all you people in the foundry out there that remember those people talking all that shit about you for not getting the fucking shot, you shame them. You tell them, I fucking, listen, don't not, I told you so them. You go up to them and you be like, look, I told you so. I fucking told you. You think your boy's going to come out here and lie to you? No. It's the same people that have lied to you time and time again. And you fell for it time and time again. I would say that you got to listen to the next thing, but you might not even survive the next thing. But we're stupid, right? Fucking Busman over here, he's dumb, right? Because he's calling out the shot, he's stupid, right? Because he's calling out the fucking moon landing, he's stupid, right? Okay, well, he's stupid. Guess what? He ain't got myocarditis. He's stupid, right? Guess what? He ain't got blood clots neither. No. You're not going to hear about this dude fucking dropping suddenly unless somebody fucking interferes with his life and livelihood. You're not going to hear about him dying suddenly or nothing like that. But he's stupid though, right? So he's the dumb one, right? I don't know. Maybe because I'm so stupid, I don't see the fucking forest for the trees. I don't know. But you fucking globe earther motherfuckers got it all figured out. You got it all figured out. That's why those motherfuckers that run this shit are the ones poisoning the water and telling you that the earth is a globe. Motherfuckers that run this shit are the ones that are fucking kidnapping your kids, cutting them open, taking their fucking organs, and then they're telling you that it's a globe at the same time. Those same ones are the ones that are kidnapping your kids and fucking them and raping them and doing all kinds of nasty fucking treacherous shit to your kids. And then they're turning around and they're telling you that it's a globe. But we're the dumb ones, right? We're stupid. We're the ones that don't fucking get it, right? We're not raping your kids. We're not stealing from you. We're not poisoning your water, your air, your fucking animals. We're not doing that to you. But the same people that tell you this bullshit of the globe are the same ones that tell you, and you know what? You need it. You buy it. You buy into it. You're baked in. You're part of this whole fucking cake. You got the you got earth flavor all up in you, man. You are baked. You are of this world. Whether you want to believe that or not, that's what you are. And I'm not talking about people in this foundry. I'm not talking about those of us in the flat earth community, the true earth community that gets ridiculed for pushing the truth either. I'm not talking about y'all. But those outside of it that have to ridicule us, that think you're trolling us, you think you're doing us justice, injustice, excuse me. You think you're hurting us. You're only hurting yourselves. And we're, because we won't debate you, because we don't, it's not even we don't agree with you. We know what the truth is, or we know what the lie is. We know what the lie is, right? And we're still investigating this world. You refuse to do it, so you're going to do what your masters tell you without a fucking problem, without batting an eyelash. That's what y'all are going to do, y'all of the globe. If they told you tomorrow to go out and fucking, if they told you tomorrow that the cure for cancer was by harming somebody a particular way, you would go out and do it because you believe that. Because you're part of this world structure. You're just so you're so of this world that you don't get it. And I'm gonna keep talking that shit about y'all. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop. And I implore other flat earthers to do the same. Talk shit about you. Yes. Because look, y'all ain't gonna stop talking shit about us. We've given you everything that you need. We've given it to you. We would hope that we've shown it to you. But instead, you want to side with the people that don't mean any of us any good, any of us. So we're going to make fun of you. We're going to talk bad about you. We're going to put you in league with the rapists, the pedophiles, the organ harvesters, the liars. We're going to put you in league with them. Yes. Yeah, we're going to give you all that smoke because you deserve it. Absolutely. You deserve it. Probably, you want to know something? The people that let that dude out, that fucking fled to Israel, that fucking was part of that pedophile ring that they stung, they put the sting on him. You don't think those are globers that pushed his ass on out to fucking Israel? Those are globers that did that. I'm gonna keep calling you out. Those are globers that did that, and you are them. You're them. And I'm not sorry, but that is a you problem. You are them. So that is the article, folks. What I'm going to do, people, is I'm going to go ahead and I am going to give you that article. There you go. Take a look at that article. Give it to your favorite flat earther out there, right? Give that to his channel, her channel, whoever, and then let them see it as well and let them do their thing. Okay? Because I know that there are flat earthers out there that live in Minnesota We know that McFool lives out in Minnesota as well. And I think Brandon lives out in Minnesota too. So they could talk about this flat earther, and they're probably going to call him out of his name. But I'd like to see the look on their face to know that a flat earther is lording over them. That's so amazing. It makes me feel good to know that a flat earther is lording over them. Makes me feel so good. Anyway, I wanted to show you guys this. So this title that came up might throw a lot of y'all off a little bit, but we have one of my favorite channels. Used to be one of my favorite channels for real, for real. They used to come on more often than they do now. And it is none other than, hold on, let me get out of this one. Hold on, let me show this to y'all. Boom, share screen. The most important, Will Duffy. No. Okay. CBS's posts, wrong image of Jim Lovell's Elon Fantasy, Dave McKeegan, wrong again, right? Fenders, Shocks, 131. So this is the Apollo Detectives. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of them. These guys are good. They're amazing. I love them, right? But here is them. Boom. So the Foundry can have it. There it is, y'all. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to play this part in particular because, yes, do they get on Dave McKeegan? Cool. But I'd like for you to hear this and let me know what it is you guys think. I'm going to play this part right here. But before I do, family, let me go ahead and let me drop this in here for y'all. Don't think I forgot y'all because this ain't all about me tonight. There it is, family. All right, y'all come on up. We'll do a little bit of talking and parlaying. And check this out.
Well, that's the same thing with that flat earth Dave. He had a chance to go to Antarctica, but no, he won't go because he says, I'm not going to be sitting with a pack of liars. But he won't go because he knows the truth. And if he goes there, his grift is over.
Well, so my thing is, okay, we don't necessarily have to agree with Flat Earth Dave, but one thing that Flat Earth Dave does know is that this place is flat and it's not moving, right? However which way Flat Earth Dave wants to operate, that's his business, okay? But at least he's right on that main point, that this place is flat, level, even, true, and it don't fucking move at all, period. Point blank, period. And yeah, really good point. Mirrored 24-hour sun or fake, you decide, whatever. But here's the thing. One of the things that our brother Feed Your Mind TV and one of the things that I brought up too, one of the things that I brought up too that I thought was funny was how you see that sun in the sky? Who here was taught that the sun turns into a fucking football or it turns into a jelly bean or it turns into a long flat donut? You know what I'm saying? Nobody was taught that. But for whatever reason, this sun decides it wants to change shape as it rises and falls in the sky, right? Whether these guys are where they claim to be, I don't believe that they are. However, I don't truly know, do I? Right? Doesn't matter with the preponderance of evidences that we have saying that they didn't go. I don't truly know. But what I could tell you is the sun that we saw, that bitch turned into a football, did it not? That sun was flat down here, and then on the way up, it turned like this, and on the way down, it turned like that. That's what we saw. Guess what we weren't taught when we were kids? We weren't taught any of that. Nobody here was taught that the sun turns into a fucking donut. Nobody here was taught that the sun gets long, depending on its position in the sky, or it turns into nobody was taught that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was taught that. So yes, very good point. Mirrored dome could equals mirrored 24-hour sun. Sure. Okay. I could see that. Now, I don't know if those guys were down there. I don't know where those guys were. And I don't know when they went there. Truly, when they went there. If they went there. I'm going to say it, and I'll say it every week. We always ask for those fucking tickets. We never get them. Never got them. All we've asked for was an itinerary and tickets. So going to Antarctica is totally fucking unique in that you don't get an itinerary and you don't get tickets to go to Antarctica no more. or to, that's the only place you don't get it. Everywhere I've flown in this world, I've gotten a fucking ticket. Whether it's paper or electronic, I've always had evidence to show this is where I was during that time. This is what I've got to show. This is where I've gone. And yeah, feed your mind, rainbows. Yeah, confirm, mirror. Yep. RG, is that you? If it's you, bro, give me a peace sign. Yeah. So you should be able to do those things. What the hell am I talking about? I think I'm off my square right now. But yeah, you should be able to provide some kind of evidence that you went to those places, all of which they couldn't do. They couldn't give us something as simple as a ticket. So to me, everything else, we don't even have to talk about it, because if you can't even show me that you went there, like all bets are off the table. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. So I used to do something when I was a Navy diver called re-entry controls. And basically what re-entry controls are is when you're doing maintenance on a system or a series of systems, right? What re-entry controls allow you to do is break down, in this case, a gas system full of a bunch of gas valves. And the gas systems that I was working on was our hyperbarics chamber, right? And so it was my turn to do maintenance on the hyperbarics chamber. And this isn't fiction. You could ask any Navy diver that's in the Navy if they've done RECs or re-entry controls. Now, again, what it allows you to do is break down the system. When you break down the system, anything that you're using must be part of the preventive maintenance standards. I think it's, yeah, PMS. It needs to be part of the PMS book, right? And so it's basically like a big instruction book. And within this instruction book, it gives you a list of tools that you must have on hand when performing this re-entry control. If they tell you you need a 3/8 wrench, you must have, or a 3/8, let's say it was a ceramic wrench. Let's just pretend. Then you need a 3/8 ceramic wrench. If you need a lint-free rag, then you need a lint-free rag. Everything they tell you to have, you must have. Because one of the things that we say in the military is that our rules are written in blood. These fucking laws are written in blood, right? Because somebody did something to where it cost them either life or limb. So all these things are written a certain way, and they have these specific tools for a reason. Anyway, saying all that to say that when you do these re-entry controls, and in this case, I was breaking down a hyperbarics chamber. As I'm breaking down the hyperbarics chamber, you have step-by-step instructions to break down the chamber. And, you know, certain steps requires that you have objective qualitative evidence, right? And, or you have specific accessories or items on hand. One of those items is, or very well could be, an O-ring. Why do you need O-rings? Because O-rings attach to the end of freaking certain valves before you can join them. And then once you join them up, and then after you grease up the O-ring with O-ring grease, right? Then you put it on, and then you attach it. And then that's actually part of the steps. But you don't just get O-rings, right? This has to be an O2 clean O-ring. What does O2 clean mean? Oxygen clean O-ring. RG, what's good, man? If that's you, give me fist in the sky sign. RG, if that's you. If that's you. Can't do that, homie, you ain't getting up, man. So, no, you got to give it to me live, homie. You got to give it to me live. All right. Okay, cool. You good. You good. RG's in the foundry. So let me continue. Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
Yes. You too, brother.
So with this O-ring that's O2 clean, it comes in a small packet. For anybody that's ever worked on any kind of, you know, mechanical, you know, whether you worked on a cars take O-rings at the end of certain valves and everything else like that, they come in a brown package. That brown package will have a serialized number on it, all this other pertinent information, right? And then if you get this O-ring, it has to have that specific serial number on it. That's part of your qualitative evidence. Now, when you attach this O-ring to the end of the freaking before you button up the system and you have this O-ring, you grease it up and everything, you have to have on hand every single O-ring that you use. How does the quality assurance inspector or how does the quality assurance officer know that you've used this specific O-ring? Well, you go to certain shops, right? They're called like O2 clean shops, right? Or a valve shop or something like that. And these shops will give you this serialized number or this serialized O-ring. That's how important it is. It's so important they take your name down, the date that you took it, and how many you took, right? Because basically it's letting everybody along the chain know that, yes, you have this piece of equipment. You have this piece of equipment, right? That you used in the system. You also have the grease to lubricate it and then attach it to your system, right? So then if something were to happen, they will go back and they will reconstruct that whatever thing is that went down. If the system fails or something, they can always break down every step that you took to see where you faulted, where you fucked up, right? Or it could just be a bad system. That's happened too, right? Where the system just shat the bed because it just shat the bed. But part of the maintenancing of a air system is doing that, right? Not only the objective qualitative evidence, but you have to be ready to present all the items that were involved in the operation of you maintaining that system because somebody's life is on the line. Here's the problem you come across. Sometimes you might have people, I'm not saying that I knew of anybody that did this, but I've heard of people doing this. You might have people that will tear that system down because they think they know it well. They tear that system down. They get any old size O-ring that's similar, right? Not the same exact O-ring that's required, but that's similar. They attach it to that fucking system. That system breaks. Now you have a casualty on your hand, right? I forgot what class casualty it is. It's been a while. Now you have a casualty on your hands. Now there's going to be an investigation as to what went down in order to cause this casualty. Soon as you start going through this investigation and you start breaking it down step by step, you know what step you're going to come across? You're going to come across probably the number one step. Okay, what O-ring did you use? Or did you get the right O-rings for this job? And then you're going to say, yeah, I did. Then it's going to say, okay, let me see the type of O-ring that you use. Well, guess what you have on you? You have the packaging of that O-ring. As soon as they look at the O-ring, you're supposed to have 118. Instead, you have 110 or 119. Listen, you have everything but 118, O-ring 118 that you're supposed to have. You're fucked.
Yeah.
You're fucked.
That was something.
You don't. And here's the thing. Everybody in the fucking Navy knows that that's not how you're supposed to conduct business, but there are still people that conduct business that way. Why am I saying all that? It's because if you fly anywhere in this world, I don't care if it's from New York to New Jersey, you get an itinerary. I don't care how long it is. I don't care how short the ride is. There is a manifest that's developed, and you get a billet that goes with that manifest because you need to be accounted for. You need to know you have a receipt saying, hey, a piece of evidence saying that this is what I performed. I was on this plane. I flew on this plane, and this is my position on this fucking plane. Those motherfuckers didn't do it because they can't present to me O-ring 118. It's that fucking simple. The same thing in the fucking Navy. Because you cannot present to me O-ring 118, you didn't do maintenance correctly. You gun decked PMS. You gun decked maintenance. You're going to see the old man. You're fucked. You're fucked. These aren't my rules. These are the rules. You understand? Because they're written in blood, right? Things have happened prior to where now this is how we need to conduct business so that business is properly conducted always. So when you tell the truth in that line of business, you can carry on and do it elsewhere. These motherfuckers can't even present a simple fucking airline ticket, whether it's online or by hand. They didn't fucking go. There is no more fucking conversation to be had. There is no more the final experiment this, the final experiment that, because the Apollo detectives aren't even talking about the fucking the goddamn ticket. They're not even asking that question. Why are you entertaining all this other bullshit when they can't even do fucking step one? They can't even give you the fucking ticket. What are you doing? Why are you even talking about David Weiss and the goddamn final experiment? Those motherfuckers didn't go. I don't care what David Weiss said. He wasn't part of that fucking airplane shit. He wasn't part of that fiasco. It doesn't matter what he said. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how bad they talk about him. Those guys need to prove that they fucking went. And because they didn't prove they didn't went, they never went. Simple. End of story. End of the final experiment. There's not an end of the final experiment because there's not even a fucking beginning to the final experiment. There's not even a beginning. So we just need to walk away from that shit. Anyway, RG, how you doing, brother?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. Doing good. And I agree with that last part you were talking about there. You know, it's unfortunate that, you know, he tried to, you know, smooth everything over for them, and then, you know, then later, you know, said something else. But anyway, yeah, man, I'm doing all right though. I just I hated that, you know, the normal society nowadays is nowhere compared intelligent as 100 years ago. You know what I mean? Like it was, I mean, everybody had to be, you know well, at least their state. You know what I mean? Like nobody had GPS then. It was maps, you know, and people had to know the direction. They had to retain this information. And
Absolutely.
then of course, and it wasn't so chopped up into different studies and fields of knowledge. Like, you know, biology has like 200 different sections. Like, just teach us everything. You know what I mean? Like learn everything. That's the way it should be. But, you know, once the government took over education, that's when everything started to be kind of more screwed up, and like liars or people that don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They just go along with to get along. You know what I mean? Go along to get along. And it's unfortunate to see it like that. You know, like you said, we have to fucking know everything as flat earthers. We need to dive into at least, you know, the basics or whatever of, you know, each subject. And that way, when it comes up in conversation, you don't try to just guess at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or just repeat what other people are saying. Like you got to know your shit. So,
but
yeah.
you know, even when we guess, we call ourselves out prior to guessing. Be like,
We
hey,
got it
this
wrong.
is a speculation, but I
Absolutely.
feel that this could be
Yeah.
it. But we
Yeah.
call ourselves out before we call it, make it a definite. The problem with
Yeah.
these people of the globe is they're guaranteed sure that, oh, it must be because the molecules are bending the light and doing, and it's like, you don't even know what the fuck you talk. Like you're reaching now. We don't reach, you know what I mean? Or we used to reach, and many of us.
Well, we at least search things out as far as we can,
Yes.
and look as many resources or citations or links, and just go head into it. And then if we can't figure it out in the end, at least we are pretty fucking close, you know.
Yeah.
Or closer than most. Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is being accountable, holding ourselves accountable.
Absolutely.
We at least hold ourselves accountable for what it is. We're like, yeah, man, like, yeah, I don't feel that this is the truth, and here's why. You know what I'm saying? And you can't prove it to me. Be like, but if I'm wrong, then I'll be wrong. But if you could prove it to me, I'll accept my wrongness, my flaw. You know what I'm saying? Like we're more than happy to accept it. We've given them everything. They've gotten everything they need. So
or at least we say, I think that this is right for these reasons, right? Instead of, you know, it can go vice versa. Like,
and then it'll
this is why it might be wrong. This is why it might be right.
And then it'll go back to, I'm here because we don't see that curve you keep talking about. Like you have to give us the curve. We've asked time and time again, you can't present it, so therefore it's not real. And we've done our part. We've done our part, right? We've looked, and we wanted there to be a curve, so we could go to sleep at night. But there is no curve. It doesn't exist. But we're okay with that now. We know that you're full of shit. We're fine with that now. We moved past that part now. It's a you problem now. You got to live with that, not us. Like, we good now.
Yeah, man. And you know, there's an argument to be had with, or not now, but used to, you know, when I jumped into this first and I started learning about the eye and perspectives from underneath looking up, or, you know, from at least level and horizontal looking down, you know, that kind of thing. And then get a good look at like weather balloons, like study that subject, like at least, you know, without a fisheye lens. That's what I would give Globers, like, look at real center of the photo type of technology, right? It begins, that's how you see with your eye, wherever you focus in on, like, you know, from your perspective, looking straight at it, there's you know, the effects of the eye. It's horizontal, looking level with something, right? That's what I meant to say. You know, looking level with something, and then, you know, from below it, from above it, and try to get, you know, from all perspectives. And that way, when you work out your decision in the end, at least you're going with technology that works right, like your eye, right? Something like that. That's what I would tell Glovers. You know, start there and work your way, you know, into the subject, instead of trying to say what another scientist said and then working your way back to explain it. Like, it should work the opposite way. Yeah.
Well, we've given them too much, man. Like, we've given them too much. They're too old. And, you know, the example that I have that a lot of people are just too old to not get it at this point are these two fucking yokels right here. These two motherfuckers right here. Fucking Marcus Allen and this other old motherfucker right there in the bottom right. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Those two fools right there. They're too old. You're too old to not know what the truth is at this point. You're too qualified. You're too smart. And you still don't fucking get it. You think these motherfuckers just didn't go to the moon because they didn't go to the moon? Or they faked space and they faked this and they faked that just because? No, it's because those places don't fucking exist, you dumb motherfuckers. It's so sad. You know, you don't listen. You don't know how bad it makes me feel when I call old people, my elders, you know what I'm saying, that I otherwise need to respect, when I talk to them like that. But it's like, God damn it, it's your fault that a lot of us are where we are. It's your fucking fault. Because you know what I'm saying? Like, somebody must have told you this fucking flat earth truth at some point, and you refuse to look at the goddamn truth for what it was. And now here we are. It's your fucking fault.
Yeah, a lot of them feel ridiculed. Like, you know, I'm not making excuses for them, but, you know, like their peers or whatever, their group of buddies that they get together and cook out, whether go to scientific, what do you call it? Consortium type of things, like get together, you know, to learn and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is they feel as if, you know, now that the flat earth is getting more attention and stuff like that, I think, you know, for the last 8 to 9 or 10 years, they have seen all their buddies ridiculing it and saying how stupid it is. Look, we got a picture from the ISS type, you know, stuff. So now that it's growing, right, they feel like they're already set in stone. That's what I would think, that's how their thought process would be, you know.
Yeah.
You know, and then it's hard to get through to them, you know, even though we make sense and we've got proof. Like, it's like knocking on a limestone door, like, hello, wake up.
Yeah.
Can't get through to them, man.
Yeah, at the same time, man, I feel that we're at a point in this world that, and with what the media has been giving us, we're at this point that how much more do you need? Like, do you need for the that's what's crazy. You need for the president to come out and CNN to come out alongside him and Fox and C-SPAN and MSNBC and Roseanne Barr and fucking Santa Claus to come out and be like, it's flat, you sons of bitches. Is that what you this is how silly they are. You understand?
Yeah.
This is the only, I'll be honest with you, that's the only way a lot of them would get it, is if the news came out and told them. The news has to come out and tell them, oh, by the way, the earth is flat. But if the news came out and said that, I'd be like, oh, I guess it ain't flat. I wouldn't listen to the news at that point. I'd be like, y'all are so full of shit. Y'all ain't going to turn over a new leaf tomorrow. But this is what a lot of these globers fucking need. They need somebody that looks good and smells good.
Right, like of their stature type shit.
Yes,
I got you.
Yes, that speaks the British, the Queen's English or the King's English, whatever the fuck is up there, right? That says it like that. And if, of course, we have evidence of a flat Earth, you know what I'm saying? They need to hear it like that. That's the only way they'd be like, you know what? I think the Earth is flat. You had fucking goddamn Sherlock Holmes over there tell me that it was goddamn flat.
Yeah,
totally,
you know, I've seen quite a few. Over the years, no lie, I've seen, you know, people say it. They might have been like kind of snarky or say it, you know, to make fun maybe almost. But I've seen quite a few of the playbacks of Fox, MSNBC type stuff, and you know, and there's been like you know, Mark Sargent. We've seen him go on one and explain it, you know. But you know, you would probably have to spend like a couple of years really studying with people and overturning, because, you know, they're going to want, oh, this is my proof for this. What's your proof for this? You know, give me your paper and we'll exchange papers. And, you know, it goes back and forth and back and forth. And it just, I don't think it'll ever sink in for some people, but, you know, that we're not going to die down. So the next generation is going to get it, you know, and a lot of them already are. The young folks, man, they're really getting it. And I'm proud to see that, at least, you know.
I'd like to say that what you're saying is right, man, but I'm almost at that point where I'm like, our numbers are growing. Our numbers are growing. But man, I tell you, man, when you still hear those kids pushing that nonsense, it's like, man, they still got these kids believing bullshit. Like, we just got out of a fucking pandemic and they still got these kids believing that bullshit. I feel that once we get a little bit more evidence of this pandemic, that will awaken a lot of people, and then they will look for the alternative of the globe. Then they'll come across the flat Earth. I think that'll be the catalyst.
Well, check it out, brother. I'm glad you brought that up, because on Sunday, you know, I haven't been doing lives for the past few weeks. It's for a good reason. So Sunday, man, it's probably going to be like a 7 or 8 hour thing. I might have to take a break in the middle, but I've been digging and digging and digging, saving papers and reading, and like the National Institute of Health, the Department of Homeland Security, DOD, you know, Lockheed, you know, Pfizer, and the right shit that explains how the interface for technology, emerging technologies like, you know, 6G stuff, to where cell phones are going to be obsolete. You're going to have glasses. You're going to have everything that these towers that were put up during the pandemic.
All right.
They're interchangeable. You know, 5G, 6G, 7G, and what penetrates. And I'm just saying this. I hope I don't get you a strike, but you know, I'm not going to say too much, but like,
whatever, man. I don't give a fuck. I done said everything you need to say to get all the strikes.
Right.
I got more strikes than the Empire. Striking back. Get it? Anyway. But yeah, man, I got all the strikes, dude. You ain't got nothing.
Yeah, it's just the wavelength of what it, you know, what we inhale. There's a war, a doctrine of war, that on the battlefield, what we would use against somebody is nanotech that you breathe in, and it penetrates the lungs. So, you know, you put two and two together, bro, and there's a lot of stuff that we're going to be able to do with the gaming industry, military, like Super Soldier. Like, it's all being used and tested on civilians right fucking now. Right fucking now, in the last 10 years, bro. So I'll drop it there, but I've got a lot of fucking evidence for it. And I'm going to drop it Sunday. Yep.
All
so
right, man.
Anybody want to join in?
Yeah, RG man, make sure you drop your joint in the chat too. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
sure.
Yeah,
Gotcha,
don't
bro.
wait on me to drop your link in the chat. So everybody join us on Sunday.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? RG's going to go ahead and he's going to bless us with that crazy information, man. Because
Yes,
I
sir.
bet this is going to go ahead and this is going to conjoin a lot of
Yeah.
stuff that we see here
Yes,
in this
it
flat
will.
world. You know what I'm saying? And make a lot of other things make sense. Yeah, man. But
And
again,
it's upcoming. It's upcoming. Bill Gates. I got him on video, explaining the digital tattoos, right?
mhm.
And also out of his mouth, over the next till 2030, till the end of the decade, we got 5 more shots lined up. He said, and it's mandatory overseas. He said, make sure that this is a priority because they want the next generation of gaming and all that shit and cell phones and new technology. Yeah.
You see?
Yeah. Out of his mouth.
Yeah, man.
So you know about kids now. Kids, they don't belong to us no more, bro. Like the and I hate to put it like this, but the state has got our children, like the young in elementary schools, and because of birth certificates and shit like that, they will lock you up if you try to go in that school and jerk your kid out and take them out, and not take them back
they'll
to
get
any
you.
other school. They'll get you if you don't enroll them in homeschool or something.
Yeah, they'll get you.
That's I think that's where it's going to happen, bro. Is in the schools. They're going to poke our kids. And just watch out, people. I'm saying it's not the truth. I'm not saying it is going to happen, but man, just keep an eye on these state-run institutions, man. For sure.
See, yeah, man. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. I mean, the best we can do is resist and just go hard in the paint about it.
Yeah.
What drives me crazy are those people that are fighting us, our own people that are fighting us. You know what I'm saying? They think we're miseducating the kids, but like I said, we're not bringing harm to the kids like those other motherfuckers are. They think we're poisoning the kids, but ain't nobody poisoning your kids like those people are. You understand what I'm saying? We're not doing those other things. They wanna hit us for the things that their own people are doing. You understand? So this is my thing, is like, us as flat earthers, we need to kind of, yes, the flat earth, but also we need to start incorporating those things as well. We need to start talking on those things and being like, that's you motherfuckers. We don't push you to that. We haven't done that to you. You people do that to you. We're calling those things out. We're not poisoning your fucking deodorant. We're not poisoning your lotion. We're not forcing you to fucking take toothpaste, put it in your mouth that's full of fluoride and all these other goddamn chemicals that's going to fucking rot your brain. We don't do that. We're looking for alternatives from the BS that you've been fed and that you breathe and that you eat and that you bathe with and wash with and other things. You know what I'm
Smart
saying?
Agriculture. Smart agriculture. It's machines doing it now. And guess what? Bill Gates and whoever owns fucking 2/3 of the fucking farms now. You know, and it used to be genetically modified. They would do it in the lab. Well, they're just doing it, you know, dropping it in our soil and shit. Now it's ridiculous, man. And it's going to come to a head. There's a group of people that want us merged with machines, bro. There was a big group of people.
Iron and clay.
Yeah.
Iron and clay. But
I'll tell you, it's sad to see, man.
Yeah,
man. I hate this shit.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, man. It's funny because do they even show kids how to grow plants anymore? Remember that shit? Remember when we was kids? They fucking gave you a fucking seed, and then they were like, "Look, man, here's some soil, here's a cup, here's a seed. Let's grow these plants." And then fucking you grew a plant out of like a watermelon seed, out of some shit.
Yeah, you got to see it grow over a couple of months. You see it, the progression.
You get to see shit grow, flourish. You had to take care of it. They don't even do that in school no more, do they?
They teach you how to clip like a 45-degree angle, you know, clipping as it grows, and it'll grow back.
They don't even show you that no more, man. They don't show you none of that no more.
Oh, but China, hey, look, man, I was watching this documentary about China. Them kids are on the top of every list like we used to be, bro. China is the next big thing coming. I'm telling you, they might be, you know, strict over there, but it might be for a good reason. You know, maybe we just demonize them. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I know them people are afraid of their own shadow when it comes out to doing shit for themselves. They ain't about to but I'm not, but we ain't no better. We ain't no better. A lot of us, like, you think people are gonna talk that shit in China? You think people are gonna talk this shit? They're afraid they get yoked up, man. Or they're so afraid of that social credit. You talk about people that's baked the fuck in, they're baked in. They are of this world like a motherfucker. And damn it, I ain't afraid to say it. The Chinese are baked, they're baked into this world. They are of this world. They are afraid. They are afraid of their government. And many of us are afraid of our government too. We talk a lot of shit, but a lot of us are afraid of our government too. We're no better. We're no better. But those people, oh, for sure, they'll tell you they're scared. They don't want to get they don't want their fucking cookies taken away. They don't.
I get you. Yeah, it's a lot in the world, man, right now. I think, I mean, it's just my opinion, but I think we're in that little season, man, or something similar to it, because it's a lot of darkness. But then again, you know what I mean? I think truly I'm of some kind of like missing tribe or something. Like, I feel like there's a group of people around me that are doing and wanting good like I want, you know. And I don't know if I need to truly accomplish everything that I want to before I go. Like, is that what I'm supposed to be doing? I don't know, but it feels right to tell the fucking truth, you know, and to go searching for it, and to unturn every fucking thing, turn it upside down if I have to, and put two and two together, you know, and just make it work.
I feel the same way, man. I feel the same way. It's almost like, because you see the benefit, it's almost like you see the benefit of what the truth gives you. Even though it sucks, you're like, damn it. Like, you're like, damn, like, because we've lived for almost half a fucking century, some of us, right? And so you're comparing apples to oranges now. You're starting to compare the results of things. And you're like, shit that's happened in the past that we were lied to about. You're like, we're starting to notice the things that we were lied to about. But now you're starting to see the repercussions of lies.
Yeah.
That's why you're
Big
like,
time.
oh my God, you're like, that's a lie too. That's a lie. And you're like, so for every lie that I make, it could look like that. In 20 years, it could come out like that. And anytime I see that, I'm like, I can't be a part of that. Whatever I need to do to not be a part of that, that's what I need to do. That means telling the truth. That's what the fuck it is. Like, I don't want any part of that lie. Like, that's the thing, is when you see what the lies do to people en masse, you don't want, and when you understand its effect on people, you don't want any part of it. I know I don't want any part of it. You know what I'm saying? And seeing what just the raw emotion and the anger that it inspires in people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I get angry anytime I hear these people pushing these lies. I get upset.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there are people out there that get upset with the same fucking thing, and they're like, "Oh my God, it's a visceral reaction. You can't help it."
And you
But I
know
understand.
what I'm mad at myself about a little bit, man. I'm just going to drop the truth right now about how I felt like when I saw that other people were preaching one thing, but then turning a blind eye when other things were happening. Like, you know, and I was supporting those people, man. I got so fucking mad, dude, because I wasn't doing any of my own. I wasn't putting my own information out. I was just listening to everybody else, but going and doing research, but not like stockpiling everything like I'm doing now, right? And organizing it, and you know, the certain companies at certain years, the environmental effects, like who was starting, who's doing what companies are actually legally able to dump shit in the air now. Like I'm really trying to track this stuff down and know who to point the finger at now, you know, because now that I'm fucking behind, I'm behind, right? Like I could have had all this stockpiled if I didn't just put my trust in other people, you know. And I just wanted to be honest about that. But now, dude, I'm going. hard in the fucking paint, dude. Just like you said a minute ago.
Yeah, man.
I'm
You got
I'm
to.
getting it.
You got to. And what's wild about this whole thing is fucking it's going to be an uphill battle. It's an uphill battle,
Yeah.
but I tell you what, man, it's interesting the people that are involved in the uphill battle with us. It's not like we're doing it alone, right?
Sure.
But it's interesting to see the people that are in here doing it with us. And but it's also interesting to see the people that are afraid. You know what I'm saying? They'll be like, yeah, man, I agree with you, but you know, I don't want to say something. And I'm like, for whatever reason, why they're afraid. Now you can't force them to come out and tell the truth like it is, but when you're afraid like that, and when you're my thing is when you're afraid like that and you keep quiet like that, you might as well go on the other team because it's
not helping.
Yeah, you're not helping anything. And you're going to see some evil, treacherous shit go on, and you're not going to say anything because you're too busy being fucking scared. And then you get hit by a bus and you die. And then what the fuck did you do your whole fucking life? What kind of truth did you push your whole life? You thought you had an opportunity of tomorrow to do that, but you didn't. You got hit by a bus. You're dead now. So what did you do? What did you do with the time that you had? What did you do? You wasted it.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah, well, at least wasting the time could have helped people outside of yourself and your own family. Like that's admirable. It's cool to raise a family, and that's great, you know. And they keep us so fucking busy with work. But dude, if you could help one person, and there was a million of us that just help one person. But dude, there's people on our side too that are helping 10,000, 20,000, a million, you know, and it's amazing to see, bro, how it's unfolding. And I'm just glad to be on the right fucking team, bro. To be honest, it feels good, man.
Yeah,
and even in my condition, dude, I'm proud of myself now that I'm actually speaking out and putting myself out here a little more. You know?
It's like we're at the party early.
So thank you for that, bro. I want to thank you for that.
Oh man, anytime, bro.
I appreciate that.
I don't think I really. I think we push each other. You know what I'm saying? I think we all have that passion. We're all fed up, and we just want the truth, man. I don't think I'm any different than you, and you. It's just I just come on more. You know what I'm saying? Really, that's what it boils down to.
And here's one thing, though. I want to say this to everybody that's listening to today live, and anybody else in the future, man. Let's stop saying because words would shape your actions, bro. Let's stop saying that we can't do this. We're not going to be able to, you know, do this or whatever and speak out. They're going to come, you know, and be like you just said, being afraid. Let's stop verbally being afraid out of our mouths, bro. Like keep that in your head and work it out in your mind first before you speak it. You know what I mean? Because you can inspire a lot of people and you can turn a lot of people away because that may make them afraid. You know what I mean?
That's right.
I just I keep seeing that, and you know, not everybody, but there are a few people that just and not just that. I just hear a lot of repetitious things, and you know, I would hope that, you know, within your own goals, like everybody, you know, and your own goals, bro, just make that a point to not speak it out, you know, to the point to where it's going to discourage you or somebody else, you know. I just want to say that.
Yeah, man. Nah, I got you. Because the discouragement and the encouragement could be it could be infectious. It could be infectious, man. And you can motivate or not motivate somebody to do or not do something. You know what I'm saying? So definitely your words have an effect. So be careful with that, man. If you don't feel like you're about to inspire, don't fucking say it. But if you feel like you got some words that can inspire some people into action, fucking speak your piece, you know, speak your piece. Well, RG, man.
People.
Yeah, man.
Just do your best. Do your best.
Yeah. I'm going to get off for tonight. Tomorrow I might get on, man. I might fuck around and get on. There's some new stuff I wanted to kind of go in and show everybody. We have one of our flat earthers that presented me some stuff. Shout out to you, Sue. You know who you are, Sue. Thank you very much. And I wanted to present something that she gave me, and I think it would be a good treat for the rest of the Foundry. And I don't want y'all to miss out on it. So yeah, but tonight, man, I gotta go make an automobile, take care of business. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, really, that's all I got for tonight. I know normally I'll be like 7-8 hours, some shit.
Oh, that was
Tonight,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yep. You go hard to paint too, brother. Hey,
Hell
listen,
yeah,
I'm
man.
gonna if you come up with a time, just let us know, or if it's gonna be in the afternoon, because I'm probably gonna be organizing and getting everything ready for Sunday. But if it's later in the afternoon, shit, I'll jump on, man.
All
Or
right.
just at least jump in the comments,
All right. I'm with it,
But,
man.
you mind if I close out with a quick prayer? You good?
Yeah, man. Go ahead, man. Go
okay
ahead.
with that?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Thank you, Father, for allowing us to progress in this movement to the point that we are now, and just keep guiding us, keep giving us that avenue and that possibility, so we can take that option and run with it. Father, just be merciful. Give us pressure us, to keep us motivated and keep going in the direction that will help people in the long run and the short run. And Father, just give us that courage and that motivation, and bless everyone that's here today and anyone that's listening, and bless us in the future. And I pray these things in your Son's name, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
All right, buddy.
So I appreciate you. Thank you for that prayer.
Yes, sir. You have a
All
great night, and catch you later.
You as well, family. Be easy.
All right. Peace.
All right. Peace. So that was RG, everybody. And then for tonight, shit, that's me, and that's all we got. Anyway, family, for those things that I went ahead and I presented to you, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to re-present. Boom. Let me go ahead, give y'all that. This is the Minnesota. Don't forget, take a look at this. This is something that y'all could probably use on y'all's show too, and present it to the people around you as well. So that's the Minnesota politician right there. And this right here is the Apollo detectives coming right up, family. There it is right there. Boom. In the Foundry. You guys get to have it for yourselves. Make sure you present. Christopher Allen, how you doing, family? Good to see you. Good to see you. Moon Rover, welcome, sir. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. And our brother, one of our esteemed guests, Feed Your Mind TV is here, y'all. Feed Your Mind is in the Foundry, y'all. Love seeing Feed Your Mind in here. Love seeing when you present. You know what I'm saying? One of his latest that Feed Your Mind came out with the other day, of course, is on the rainbow, right? And how you see it. Hold on. Give me 1 second. And it's new evidence on the firmament. And it's one of the better videos that I like seeing this week, especially. Feed Your Mind. He went ahead and blessed us with that. So there's that. Nice treat from Feed Your Mind. If you hadn't seen it, there it is right there. That's the latest from Feed Your Mind TV and the firmament and the evidence of the firmament. So again, like I said, I believe in it, but do I know that it's there? I don't know. But again, I believe in the firmament. But it is what it is. Anyway, family, that's all we got. Thank you for tuning in for tonight. I might be on tomorrow. If not tomorrow, maybe on Sunday. Who knows? Either way, family, again, that's all I got. But before I roll, I'm going to leave y'all with my blessing. I wish you guys nothing but the best. Health, wealth, love, joy, prosperity. Most of all, wisdom, 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 family. Be wise, be wise, be wise in these days to come. Anyway, fam, that's all I got. I love y'all. I am out. Peace.
Yes,